Okay, well, we set on it, right? Okay. Right, okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. We are on a roll. Yesterday we had a presentation by Leah. Good, beautiful lunch we had after that. Thank you.
Welcome.
So today we have two presentations, Parudi, and then there Jonathan after this. Yeah. So where are we now? So we do hope that it won't be too long, but our purpose is not to be efficient, we want to be effective. So if it takes longer time than that, it will take a long time. And it's not, the purpose is not to be efficient, but to be effective. So we need to have a longer time, we will take a long time. Like, we seldom do we have a short supervision. Yeah. We have a deep supervision session, deep discussion. So, the floor is yours.
Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you, Prof. Thank you, all friends, for coming to attend my presentation. Thank you. And at the beginning, this is the title: Understanding Environmental and Safety Society of Cirebon, a culinary exploration of cultural heritage, tourism, and economic dynamic. This is actually a story about my life in Penang. Actually, I went to Penang about 40 years back, in early 90s, before you was born, maybe. And then I found that the first bridge from Peninsula Island to Penang Island. We standing in the bridge, taking photo, and then 10 years ago, I back to Penang, and I found different things. At the beginning, when I came to Penang, I found the kway teow. You know the kway teow?
Yeah.
Kway teow, very famous in Penang. Then we go to Penang because of char kway teow with the clam. Usually kway teow is not with Penang with the clam, but here. And when 10 years back, 10 years ago, when I come back again to Penang, I found it's no longer kway teow city, but become nasi kandar city. This is transformation from this kway teow then become nasi kandar. This is, then I study also in Indonesia. I found the same city happens. This is the city, Cirebon, this one. Sorry. Next slide. Yeah. Cirebon historically is the shrimp city, but nowadays we famous as the Empal Gentong city. Empal Gentong emerged as the widely recognized culinary symbol of everyday urban life in Cirebon. Something like nasi kandar in Penang. At the time I call the Penang is Pinang, not Penang, but now I also following the master Penang. We call it Pinang those days. Then, second slide. This one, the Cirebon traditional identity was close tied to thriving shrimp industry. So the time Cirebon very famous for the shrimp. Then finally, over the time, economic and environmental factor led declining Cirebon shrimp industry. Then Empal Gentong become a new symbol, not only just shrimp city, but become new symbol. Next. The gap, why I study this one? Because so far, culinary heritage, urban identity of environmental degradation and coastal effort, but rarely integrate this perspective into the single social framework. I remember that when I proposed the proposal, the examiner say, I have to study about the tourism. That's why I also include the participant also tourists and also tourism. But in my understanding, the little known is about how ecological decline transform urban identity. This is the gap. So far, we're just talking about the culinary because of the tourism, but actually, the ecological, in my understanding, also very rare study about the tourism. related to the tourism. Next. So the problem statement is Cirebon undergoing a social ecological transformation, which environmental degradation has weakened shrimp ecosystem and fishermen's livelihood, eroding the city long established identity as shrimp city. Yes, because of that, gradually become the Embargo city rather than just shrimp city. Next. So based on that, I find out the 5 research questions, especially asking about how Embargo shape in Cirebon contemporary social identity, and examine how shrimp heritage become marginalized across the social group. Because Cirebon is supposed to be coastal city, which is people that live with the seashore condition. These are 5 questions. And then next, the objective is to also define to trace the environmental rate before identity transformation, and ultimate goal is to seek actual identity change as adaptive response to ecological loss. This is, you can see that, and when you go to Cirebon, you can see a lot of the Embargo signage, not seafood any longer. Next. This is the scope of study about the relation between the environmental degradation, declining shrimp livelihood, and culinary adaptation. So I understand that this is a very limited, because only qualitative in Cirebon, and therefore it's not intended to statistical generalization. This is about qualitative, not statistical generalization. And the findings are based on the participatory perception rather than direct environmental measurement and reflect identity transformation during a specific period of social and political change. So this is more deep understanding about the not statistical measurement of the research. Then the theory I use is Hall, Blue, Manuel Castel, Nasi and Castel, and Nusantara framework. The Malay Nusantara bird is formed through the leaf axis, not fixed essence. Next. This is the point that I put the Nusantara special concept, because I understand that Nusantara is kind of the cultural historical space rather than fixed geographical map, especially recognizing tradition, memory, and mobility. Nusantara actually based on the word antar nusa, between island and island. So this is not related to country, but mostly the island and island. And I remember according to the history, the Thai lady married with the Indonesian king, then become become a Sriwijaya kingdom in the south of Sumatra. At the time, the Thai call it Champa. So this is already related long time history, not only just country by country, but at the time it's just island by island. Next. Then we can see here as Antar Nusa, meaning the island surrounded by the sea. So ecological livelihood practice, everyday cultural practice, and social meaning and identity can become urban identity formation. So that's why Cirebon is supposed to be city of shrimp, because the coastal area. Next. From this theory, we found out that Nusantara framework is really integrated the whole things, because the fourth theory is coming from West, and Nusantara is coming from local wisdom. Next. Research methods, we use I use qualitative case study, research participant, and data collection. especially this is I use the triangulation, compare multiple data sources to strengthen the credibility. Next. Locus Cirebon. I use the systematic coding data analyze courses consistently using thematic analysis. So from the conversation with the interview, I collect all the data and then put it in the coding area. So which the part becomes the teamwork and something like that. Next. Then finally, I found the 5. This is actually related to the question. Environmental degradation, empowered numbers as the city of dominant urban symbol. The third one, very important, Cirebon identity has become plural, where stream heritage remains a historical memory, while Palgentong represents the city contemporary living identity. So, people is not hurt by Palgentong city because they still continue to accept, to accommodate all the things. So they can side by side as the Palgentong city and also seafood. Although the sea fisherman is no longer can go fishing because the seashore already, polluted. And they cannot go. You can see the picture there, the water, but some still selling seafood. And one thing very important that the business or a big group of business fish seafood come to Cirebon and selling seafood. They still continue to sell. Cirebon is the stream of the city. So from that, the environmental change reshape the social identity not through the cultural rejection. So the cultural is accepted all the changes, but through adaptive cultural practice that respond to the ecological economical constraint. So finally, people of Cirebon accept everything. They really do not reject of the Palgentong, but really accept the Palgentong. And this one, finally, I can find that integrated cultural ecological governance is very essential. This is the findings. Next. And the discussion automatically, as I mentioned, environmental degradation is okay. And the culinary adaptation also okay. Identity transformation like food, plural identity, this one very important. So coexistent memory and urban meaning still on. There is no rejection at all. And finally, cultural and political governance and sustainable urban identity is very important to maintain the city life of Cirebon. Next. This is the contribution, theoretical synthesis, conceptual model, theoretical contribution, policy application, then conclusion and contribution to the knowledge. This is contribution research. Then this is the model, environmental loss, coastal degradation, pollution, declining stream system, and vulnerability. Then become cultural adaptation, then plural identity, stream heritage as a memory, Palgentong a living identity, and coexistence without replacement. So there is no replacement of the city of stream with the city of Palgentong. There is no, only just they can plural identity become the plural identity. Both can represent the Cirebon. So at the end, this is the model, cultural political governance is possible. Environmental still restoration, heritage preservation, and fishermen recognition, sustainable coastal development. So let's make Cirebon revival on their seashore life. Good. Next. This is the summary. From regulators has done the reshape Cirebon, but Palgentong emerged as adaptive social urban identity. Cirebon exhibit the plural identity, then contribute this study with a strengthen introducing the Nusantara framework as cultural ecological icon for understanding identity transformation in archipelagic coastal societies. These studies recommends integrated cultural development that simultaneously restore coastal ecosystem, support fishermen livelihood, preserve cultural heritage, and promote sustainable social urban identity in environmentally vulnerable coastal cities. Next, this is the recommendation. Restore the ecosystem system, support recovery stream recourses by and environmental sustainability by putting the mangrove trees along the seashore, preserve the stream heritage, because the mangrove itself can make crab, shrimp, fish live, and also protect the seashore from the abrasion from the sea, and then empower fishermen livelihood, promote sustainable culinary tourism, which is if mangrove happens, become the forest, so these also become a tourist attraction, they can go fishing in the seashore. And advanced future research is really needed because longitudinal studies associated with urban identity is transformation is very important. Then last slide. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Chinese translate. Bang bang bang. Bang bang. Very good. Bang bang.
Well done. Good job.
No, because pang also good. Very
Oh,
fine.
pang.
There's a bang fat. Bang bang bang.
Gini.
Good job.
Pang pang.
Bang bang bang.
Okay, where did we start? Do you have enough sleep yesterday? Already?
Not really.
Already, you don't have the usual energy, pumping energy level today. The energy level is below today. Okay, can we go to your research question?
Okay.
Questions,
Research question.
Yeah, research question.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you change your research question?
Yeah.
All right, I can tell that.
Yeah, because after I read, based on the proposal was last time, they put some culture and tourism. In my understanding, is after I visited the Cirebon, I found out that ecological is become main issue.
So when this is the compass of the research is the research question.
Yeah.
So when you have research question, we'll need to answer them.
Yep.
Methodologically, scientifically.
Yes.
How do you answer the question? Environmental degradation.
Yeah, from that, how to say, when they cannot see, maybe buat boleh slide yang berikutnya nggak?
Sorry?
Bisa lihat yang ini berikutnya nggak? Yang di dekat slide nomor berapa ya? Nomor. nomor 18.
Visual 18.
Nah, yeah. When I met a fisherman, actually he used to be a fisherman. They cannot go fishing again because they go to fishing take longer time and take much more cost because they have fishing far away from the seashore. And then they become the, Indonesia there is one becak or three cycles cars. Trishaw. That become trishaw because they cannot go fishing anymore. So meaning the ecological system in Cirebon is not good for the fishermen. So they resign as the fishermen. That's why the question is how ecological influence their life. This is the first question.
So this is actually a scientific question.
Yes.
Are you carrying out scientific research?
No, actually this because I asked the opinion.
Right. So see, you look at the question you asked, how do the environmental degradation and decline of stream-based livelihoods? Right. So environmental degradation is measured by scientific data. So if you do not have scientific data, you can ask this question.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But one thing that before that I've already mentioned, this is not scientific data, but this kind of the perception or the.
So you cannot have this question. Otherwise, you'll be attacked immediately. You fail.
Okay. So I take this
You
one.
turn it into a scientific research.
Okay.
So environmental degradation is a scientific research. So you can argue decline of stream-based livelihood. You can argue that one because livelihood has to do with income and all that, right?
Okay.
But environmental degradation, you can argue that one because
Okay.
you're not carrying out, environmental degradation
Okay.
research, right? So you need to.
So just direct to the how do declining of stream directly.
So go back to your original research question and see how you need to. I'm going to give you feedback. All of it, right?
Okay.
And then you think about how we want to redo this,
Okay.
right? Your research is not about environmental degradation.
Yes.
Your research is about identity change.
Yes.
You got to be clear about that,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And is the perception, is the feeling, is the subjective experience of environmental degradation
Okay.
that led to that. You do not have data about environmental degradation,
Okay.
right? You need to be clear about that one.
Yes.
Otherwise, you'll be attacked and then you cannot defend.
Yeah.
Right? Because your research is not about, it's not a scientific research,
Okay.
it's not a biological research, it's not environmental research. It's research about identity.
Okay.
Okay, you got, that one is need to be clear about that. So you got to revisit your whole research questions.
Okay.
And if you want, we can rework on your whole research question.
Okay.
Right? How do fishermen, food producer, the interpret that's research question number 2 is still relevant, right?
Okay.
Because it's interpretation question, right? How do fishermen, food producer, resident, tourists, and government actors interpret and narrate political laws? You can say that, right? But then again, you're making assumption about ecological laws.
Yeah.
Your research is not about ecological laws,
Okay.
right? Your research is about the transformation of identity, right? But they will tell you about ecological laws and how they sense about it. Then that is part of your findings,
Okay.
right? So it's not quite this. I don't think research question number 2 had ecological laws in the at the beginning. You got to revisit that one,
Okay.
right? So that see the idea is you want to create a defense. You're designing the battle.
Yeah.
Right. And you want to create a battle, find a battlefield that you can win. They say, okay, I have the data. That's why I did, right? That's why I did. Okay, so you want to revisit the research questions and look through again, right? So everyday practices is fine. Maybe we got to relook at your research question one more time. Yeah, I'm going to give you an overall. I didn't manage to read the whole thing, but I skim and scan. I detected a few things I do think we want to improve. So your research question, okay, that you have research questions and then you have research ultimate aim, something like that there.
Yeah.
Right? Can we go, is it in the slide? In the slide, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
ultimate, yeah. So ultimately it seeks to explain identity change as an adaptive response to ecological loss. Research objective do not have this.
Okay.
You're making assumption about, you're already making assumption.
Yes.
You do not want to state yourself, you know, so immediately they come and attack you. So you're you know, you're just picking up the parts that to support your assumption is, right?
Okay.
So then the research aims to trace environmental drivers behind identity transformation. Then you have it's a completely different research number already. It's different, yeah. But you discover that one, it's fine.
Yeah.
Right? And it's on, we do not have data about environmental, yeah, we have the pictures and all, I do believe that as well.
Yeah.
But it's the interpretation of them.
Yeah.
Right?
There's
And the
interpretation.
experience of them, right? And,
Yeah.
and this is the input from them.
Yeah.
Right, from the fishermen and all that. And it's part of the story, it's
Yeah.
also there. And you have 4 or 5 different groups of people, right? You go back to the previous one, then you have fishermen, food
Yeah.
producer, residents, tourists, government actors.
And also residents actually.
Yeah, residents.
Yes.
That one is residents.
Yeah.
So, so the interpretation is coming from all of them,
Yes.
right? So it's the interpretation that you want to
Yeah.
capture, right? Okay, so that is, so revisit, revise, or go back to research questions, previous one, and either refine that one or stick to that one. Your findings need to answer the research questions, right? Be clear about that one. Okay, the other word I will have to remind you is you may want to look at examples of thesis, right?
Yeah.
Because and see the format, the language,
Oh.
right? So we don't really use the word research aims. We use the word research question, research objectives,
Okay.
right? So do the same thing.
Okay.
So can you do something different? You can.
Yes.
But we are fighting a taekwondo competition, so we play taekwondo rules. You cannot use karate to fight the taekwondo, and then they will say, "Oh, disqualified." Things that we do not want to fight, we do not need to fight. So terminology, stick to the same terminology. Research question, research objectives, right? My old university, they use the research aims and objectives and all that, right? But USM, we stick to the USM way of doing things, which is not necessarily the most perfect, but we just follow because it's just technicality, right? So look at how existing thesis or the one passed, take the one you can even look at your colleagues, your friends over here who have done, look at their works, or the one that we have some samples right downstairs.
Yeah.
Sample thesis downstairs.
Some cities.
Somewhere, okay. Look at them, and then I think Taofan's work is also downstairs. I think.
Yes.
Oh,
Taofan, right? No, his work is that very thick one there.
yeah.
Yeah, you can look at that. That's a good benchmark too.
Okay.
Right, that's a good benchmark. So just back up, it doesn't have to be that thick, but the format, the language is there. And things like the word results.
Yeah.
We have a chapter called results.
Yeah.
So we don't use the word results. We use the word findings here.
Finding.
Yeah. Now the science use the word results. We use the word findings, right? But now I know journal use the word results now because journal is being colonized by the sciences, right? The science, the hard science has colonized journals. Right? We have to follow the science way of language. They call it result, right? When you publish journals, right? They call it results, right? Right? Yeah. Because the result is what's the result? When you do experiment, you get results, right? We don't do an experiment on human beings unless you're a psychologist or something, right? Yeah. We go out and we find the data, findings, right? But because of the journals, the hegemony of the scientism, right? science has colonized us, we have to follow their system right now, right? So, but science can write, the scientific article can be about 3 pages, 4 pages, right? They experiment something, they have results, they publish the results, so yeah, they can. We contemplate background, problem statement, right? You know, they'd be surprised how come we can conduct research with the hypothesis, right? But the science work, it's a surprise, you know, and like the SARS last time, she told me the science after surprise. She's a scientist, right? So the science after surprise, how could you start a research with the hypothesis? You know, that's weird. You know? Well, you know, the hypothesis is a science way of starting things, but we do not necessarily start with hypothesis. Okay, so a benchmark follow the format that the terminology we use, right? And then you just follow the same terminology. The other one, you know, you talk about your theoretical. Can we go with theoretical framework or theoretical foundation? You use what do you use? Theoretical framework. Okay. So when you use the word framework, you mean there's a framework, yes, right? A framework usually then represented by some visual. If you do not have that, maybe you want to use what theories or something like that, right? There is no framework involved, right? Now, if you like to, if you like to pursue the Nusantara framework or Nusantara theory, right? The people you quoted, like Winch and all that, they tend to be Occidentals, yes, or what's the other word for them? Well, very colonial approach to looking at things. So if you want to, I published one edited version of Nusantarization theory. You can look at the one Hanif has it downstairs, but if you do not have, let me know. If I have extra copy, I'll bring. So, you know, we have a Nusantarization theory. So that is a decolonization theory. And your work is definitely relevant to decolonization and Nusantarization because you're bringing in the local wisdom, the indigenous knowledge, the constructs of the Nusantara people, right, into your analysis. So that is definitely you know, Nusantarization approach to doing this. So you can make that a big part of your work because you're doing phenomenology and all that, right? So you can bring that one. Double check with Hanif and see whether I have extra copies. I think there's extra copies. I think you have, right?
Last time
You sold everything like that?
No. Someone keep it.
Oh, ni Diana, Madam Diana Kepet. We gotta ask from her.
Ada itu ada yang soft copy.
No, we have the hard copy.
The hard copy.
Soft copy.
We don't give away soft copy.
We sell it.
We can give you. Don't worry. But we give you that one.
Because happy.
Yeah, no, but it's just
not
really thick.
too thick, not too thick. But it has a lot of not just one, but many articles in there, so you could use that. Okay, the other one I was looking through skim and scan your work. So what research method did you use in this one?
Ontologies and then how to say interpretative
Phenomenology.
terminology.
Okay. Do you use document analysis?
Yes.
Do you use observation?
Yes.
Okay.
I have this one 110 pages. The interview.
Okay. All right. So, I think we've gone through this one before, right? We discussed this before about methodology.
Yes.
So when you say observation, we need to have systematic observation.
Yes.
Right? If you do not have systematic observation, don't put it in.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll be attacked.
Okay.
We discussed this last time already.
Yeah.
So what is observation, systematic observation? So when you observe something, for instance, you're observing an organization, observing the meetings, for
Yeah.
instance, or one of my students observe Dr. Wong, right, or wet market. He will go at the same time,
Yes.
many different days. So the sampling is based on time.
Yeah.
And then there's a logic of based on time. So observation cannot be ad hoc. So there needs to be a method,
Yeah.
because observation is data collection as well, right? So if you're not doing that, omit that.
Okay.
Omit that, right? We are not doing that. Document analysis. Are you doing do you have document analysis in there or?
No.
You don't, so do not put. And in your research method, you did mention, not research method, you mentioned all the three in there. So, right, you have mentioned all three there. Right, so, you don't want to have that. And then that is really bad if you put in your thesis, you have that, but you do not have the documents in there. And if you have documents, you need to have a systematic explanation what documents to choose.
Okay.
Right? You should do a field research there too, right? Field observation there. So I discourage using field observation without that systematic approach. Okay? You do not do that. You want to design a war that you lose. You want to design you're designing the battlefield right now. So you carve the space so that you know where and what to do. Okay. And you have in-depth interviews. That's fine. That's consistent with phenomenology. Yeah, that's consistent with phenomenology. So that's fine. So you will need to. There's space here to Jonathan. Want to sit there? It's fine. Okay. Up to you. If you want to have, no, there's freedom of sitting. Free sitting. Right. So where were we just now? Okay.
Observation.
The phenomenology. Yes. Right. Okay. Phenomenology is consistent with in-depth interviews. Right. Okay. Good. That's good. The other one you talk about thematic analysis.
Yes.
Right. So I don't really see thematic analysis in your findings. So you have quotes, comments.
Yes.
So you will need to show that the thematic analysis. Right. Again, Taufan's work is good for this one.
Yeah.
You can look at Taufan's work because he's very thick and he has different angles of thematic analysis too. So that's a good one. Who else? You have Eco's thesis there too, right?
No.
Eco? Oh, you don't have Eco.
I think also the thesis, it's in the reading room.
It's in the reading room. So the reading room
You
is
can
better
enter that.
simple.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But not to take, just to forget.
Okay, then later let's go through my office. Whatever we can bring out so that we can share. What's the point of putting a reading room? There's no one reading it. Yeah.
There's a thing.
Yeah, right. What is the point? It's crazy. There's kind of all this logic of God, no, all this stupid logic. Sorry to say this, but the whole idea of that is to make it accessible, but it's not accessible. Eco's work is another good one because he was doing abductive, and that's very systematic.
Yeah.
We have your friends as well, like Jeffern is doing abductive. Abductive. Who else is doing that last time? I'm not sure who else is doing that. But thematic analysis is not just abductive, inductive. You could do thematic analysis too. So, Hanif, do you do thematic analysis? Yeah, Hanif did that too. So, thematic analysis is basically basically analyzing interviews. Very useful in analyzing interviews. It's useful in analyzing text. Right? Yeah, so it's almost the most generic way of analyzing text, thematic analysis. Right now, Parvati, you want to look at how thematic analysis is being presented in the findings.
Okay.
Right, and you do that.
Okay.
See how it's done, and you do that. I see that you have all those quotes. Okay, here, right? So in your results, you have quotes here.
Yes.
The quotes are there, but they're insufficient.
Okay.
So you have about 25 pages of results, if I'm
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah.
90 to 20, 15 pages, isn't it? 15 pages. There. Right? 25 pages, 90 to 40. Right? Yeah. So thematic analysis looks something like this, but much more extended. Okay. Right? This one you're summarizing the research question and the answering the research question. Right? But thematic analysis is much more extended. It's basically you have all this plural identity, right?
Yeah.
You have all this support, and you want to analyze the data to show how you come about with plural identity,
Okay.
right? So same way, culinary economy, tourism, you have all these interviews, right, that led you to conclude
Yes.
that is there, right? So basically, thematic analysis would lead you to make that justification of that 5 points you have there, right? I think you have 5 points there. 5 points, right? Which I think you kind of presented in your slides, right? The other one, which I think is very, very important, Parodi, is that the thickness of your finding. You want to have that thickness. Right now, the 25 pages is insufficient.
Oh.
Right? Our research, our thesis strategy, and our Viva strategy rests very much on the thickness of data. Right? That's your fault. That's your benteng. That's your benteng. That's the fault, right?
Yeah.
So you want to have a strong fault. The fault comes from. Let me put it back here. There's too many things on the table. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe
That's too many things on the table. Okay, that's fine. So when you have your findings thematically analyzed, you will have that thickening effect.
Yeah.
Right? But if you do not have, you will want to collect more data.
yes.
Right? So, did I advise some of you to collect more data last time? I forgot who collect more data last time. I forgot. Anyone? I say it's not enough data. Anyone to that? Come, Joanne, you can sit there. I'll sit there. Yeah. I remember I did. Some of my students last time, Rizky is from LSPR as well. Said we do not have enough data here. We need to come more data, right? So you look at your work. So essentially, for all of you, right, for PhD level, at least have 300 pages. Okay. 300 pages. Then the findings is where should be the thickest part of it, right? The findings and analysis, depending on how do you divide the work, of course. I will put 2/3 of the work on the findings and analysis. Maybe not 2/3, but almost 2/3. you do have good analysis already, right? You do have good analysis. You need to beef up your support for your analysis. So you have that theoretical mind. You want to have the data to support your theoretical mind, right? Like including when you say about the Nusantara part, you say in Nusantara the sea is not doesn't separate us. Actually, it binds us, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of concept, that kind of idea, and that the symbolic meaning of the sea and the water, right? That kind of thing. You have that kind of that conceptual mind, and you just need to connect it with the data. You just need to connect it with the data, right? So now, what else I want to say here is okay, research methods. Okay, another one I just want to note for all of you, you haven't finished writing yet, which is good. Like yesterday, I gave feedback to Leah about the practical recommendation or something like that. So, or for me, the word practical, right? Because that looks too much like AI thing, right? And we want to be careful with AI because sometimes the AI's language doesn't reflect our language. Not our language as in Indonesian or Chinese, but personal language. I have my own personal style, but already have your own personality. You want to be careful. Sometimes the AI languages, they go a bit too abstract or too casual. Unless you give them the right prompt and all that, they will not get that. Of course, I'm not discouraging you all from using AI, but I'm saying that you use AI, but you got to go through the whole thing, line by line, to make sure that it's consistent with our thoughts and the way we say, the way we say grammar, the way we say it, right? Our grammar. So like Jonathan, you have your own grammar. I'm not saying that you should make grammatical errors.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that. In fact, it's good to use AI to check on your grammar and all that. But the style of language. So sometimes, if we use AI enough, you can tell use the way I say, use the way I write to write this one. It's fine, right? And then you go through again, right? And that's fine. I'm not against AI to that extent. And we implement. When you put it at the back, it looks good. So mine is still okay. If I drop this one, it's still okay. Yours is like so expensive looking. I'm so afraid. I get this free, by the way. I get this free. No? I get my headphone the last 3-4 handphones free because I use the same provider, what do you call it, service provider. So they ask me, they give me free.
You can use free for try something or
Just give me because I've been using the same service provider, right? So same company, Maxis, so they keep on giving me new one. Basically, I have to use their service, but I think I'm using their service. Right? Might as well you take a free one, so I take the free one. That's why I got this color, right? No one wants this color. No one likes this color, right? But you like this color? I didn't choose this color. This is the only color for you. Okay, I take it. So we have a pink color. Oh my god. Oh yeah,
It's from China.
Oh, from China.
This color is very young.
This is young color, yeah? Oh, I see.
like spring.
Spring. Okay.
So you are very young.
Okay. If Lamping says young color, I believe Lamping. Because he's a fashion guy.
Yeah.
He's a fashion guy. He's a fashion expert. It's the fact that it's been done. Oh, okay, yin color. I thought this is not attractive color, but I don't mind, man. Okay. I use smartphone because I have to, because last time I didn't have a smartphone. If you know me 10 years ago, I used a Nokia phone, remember?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Nokia phone, right? And you felt that I have rubber around it, rubber band, right? Yeah, so when you fall, it breaks, you can reassemble, right? It still works, right?
Yes, it did work.
But then they all use all this WhatsApp and all that, I cannot use, I'm forced to use this one. Ah, man, that's that. If I can go back, I'll go back in time and use that. But, it's not practical because everyone uses phone anymore. Where else? We're talking about AI just now, right? But the good thing in your work, I do not see the AI graphics in here, which is a good thing, right? So it's better to have, I won't say lousy looking graphic, but your own graphic than AI graphic, because AI graphic can be detected very easily by some examiners. I do not mind, by the way, right? I think one thing you want to use AI, use graphic is good because they can put different words, different size together in one view. But I cannot do that. AI can do that. AI can do that. Mine's when you say AI, right? It's something we want to use AI, right? The part that we want to use AI is when it has ideas, analysis, right? But when the graphics, I think it's good to use AI. But some examiners might not like it. Right? Some examiners might. That's why I told you how to remove the word practical, because some non-examiner lecturers say, well, when you see the word practical, you know it's AI. So you just remove the word practical.
We use practical according to the Chinese language. Yeah, the 实践, not according to the AI, but translate directly.
So especially for us in the social sciences, practical is not important.
Okay.
Okay, implementation is your job. We just identify the problem. But no, I'm not saying it should be like that, because we have policy recommendations, right? So policy recommendation should be practical. But since I hear that from some lecturers, so I said, okay, let's remove that from our language. So we do not want to have to create that suspicion that this is not your original work just because of that language, right? Just because of that term, right? So I said replace it with actionable or something like that. So Pak Ruti, that's my overall. So this is good. Like this one is good because it doesn't look like AI to me. Right? AI, right? Plus you have all these big words, right, and all that, right? So it's like a bit too crowded. It's fine, right? So nowadays, looking slightly unsystematic is good because you're presenting a different AI, authentic intelligence, not artificial intelligence. So you want to look authentic. But in social sciences, there's one phrase, it's called real fake. Real fake is you're creating the illusion of realness, of reality, but it's still fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Possible, yeah.
Right. You all watch Magic or not? Magic. There's one top magician is what's his name now? She something very fast with his hands. He has his hair like that, all jumbled up, right? But it's purposely doing that way in order to look not ruly.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? In fact, it's meant to look unruly, but it's not unruly. It's like making it look like natural, but it's not natural. You know what I'm talking about? So that's why it is now. The next phase, people will appreciate authentic intelligence. So you want to show authentic. this looks
We call it
authentic lenses.
simulacra.
Huh? Simulacra, that's right. Yeah, that's the term. Yeah. So which is real fake. Yeah, real fake. Yeah, it's called real. Meaning it's fake, but it's real.
But you cannot find the real one. Actually.
We cannot find the real one. Yeah, you cannot find the real one. But people know that. I think in China you guys have this tourist place where they created a replica of the palace. Where's this place? It's not Forbidden City.
Not Forbidden City.
It's not Forbidden City.
Also in Beijing or another city?
Maybe in Beijing. So they created a completely exactly like that palace, but it's not that palace.
Summer Palace?
Is it Summer Palace? So you go in, you see palace, and then come out. This is a replica of the real one. You know, so people will go and take pictures thinking that it's real, it's authentic. It's actually a replica. But China can do that. It can replicate the certificate. But it's a palace, I think.
It's a real one or the fake?
It's a fake one.
Well, we have a fake one for taking film in Zhejiang. It's so big, so huge, and
Okay.
all the film, the drama, they will go there to take. Yeah.
Oh, to film, to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
movies, maybe, okay.
The palace looks like the real, but actually the fake just for movie.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's what real things. To look authentic. But now we are in a way a transition phase between going into the AI world. So I think in the future it will be different expectation about AI and all that. Farli, you have any questions?
No, it's okay. I think so. I remember that you was very important that if we don't go, if we don't want to degradation, how to say?
Environmental degradation.
Degradation can be measured. So we have to take out that.
You have to take out that from the research question, but you can maintain it in your findings and analysis, right? Because that's their input, their interpretation, their experience, which is real, right? So your finding is that based on their lived experience, there is environmental degradation. Although in your research you did not, in the research question you did not identify that, but this transformation is largely contributed by environmental degradation.
Yes.
So the fisherman's own experience, right? So you can capture that.
Okay.
But that is part of you can put that in your theoretical contribution, right? But it's not a finding about environmental degradation. It's about the finding about how people, the lived experience of environmental degradation. There's a difference there.
Yeah, this is my fault because at the beginning I make assumption already.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Something like that.
But, actually we all have certain assumptions when we go in, right? Or expectation or suspicion, right? We cannot have no suspicion, right? Generally, we already have certain expectation. But at the beginning, I remember when our early conversation, the environment was there, but not a big part yet.
Yes, it's culture.
Right.
Tourism,
digital content creator, they create people, they bring people to the place, and then suddenly it gets framed as a, so we talk about that more. That the environmental was there, but not a big part.
Yeah.
Not big part. And then it becomes a big part when you talk about the fisherman experience, and we took pictures and all that, right? So, but there's a big part, you can put here, a big part of lived experience of the fisherman.
Yes.
And because of that, there's a reduction of streams.
Yes.
Production, right? And because their lived experience have shown that they cannot get streams.
Yeah.
as much as they did before. So much so that some actually move up from being fishermen and becoming trishaw paddlers.
Yes.
Right. And that is actually the important part. So there can be a different research environment, but taking from them, this is their affecting them. They're affecting them, right? And that's true. Because subjective reality is part of reality, right? So, and that's phenomenology.
Yes.
Phenomenology argues that the real reality actually exists in consciousness. So, what we see, what we feel is can be the same, but the consciousness is the different. That's the phenomenology. So the phenomenology talk about when there can be a shadow passing by a person. One interprets it this way, the other one interprets it a different way. So it's the interpretation of reality that makes the experience different. The phenomena become different. Although objectively it's the same phenomenon, but so phenomenology is the phenomena they experience, right? So that's what you want to capture, right? But really, I do think you have the skeleton is there, but you transform the research question. You want to go back to the old research question, or you can improve the research question so that you do not trap yourself not answering the research question. That's the point.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't trap yourself not answering research question. You must have findings that answer research questions.
Yes.
And the research questions are PhD worthy and can be methodologically answered, discovered in your research, which you have done. Yes, that's all. So it is as hard as and as simple as that. Now, where is it? And I particularly like you use the word historical memory. I think that's good, right? So historical. So there is memory of Stream City.
Yes.
And it is been retained also by the name.
Yes.
Also by the people.
Yes.
Right. So that is actually a good construct to have, right?
Yes.
If you have the Nusantara construct equivalent to that is even more powerful.
Yeah.
So if you adopt the Nusantarization approach, you want to capture, retain, and convey those constructs, those local constructs. What language they use, what metaphor they use, and what symbols they have, and sometimes Indonesians are good at coming up with jokes, jokes or whatever, the acronym, whatever, they're good at that. And that is actually part of the Nusantara practice of construct, right? And then that's,
Ante asing.
That's a joke, it's not a joke.
Londo irang.
Ante asing is a,
Londo irang.
Londo irang.
Yeah, I know that. I learned from them, so yeah. But that's not a joke, but that's definitely a Nusantara thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean that same with from the we don't speak English. We speak our own language, right? So and we want to capture that. So I don't know when they move from being fisherman to trishaw paddler. Is there a term they're describing there, or I don't know?
There was.
There are some term. There's something to capture. So I see my one of the thing I have in Indonesian essences besides the bottom up thing is the survival instinct, very strong survival instinct. So Indonesians have very strong survival instinct. So like what is it? Rajih, remember Rajih? You met Rajih? You met Rajih, okay. Rajih was studying the migrant workers, right, at Rantau. So he was capturing a group of people who widowers, women,
Yes.
who moved but they're widows, but they have this semangat janda, you know, right? They have the widow spirit of being a single mother, of being you know, that is actually, I know, I didn't feel that work as strongly as when I was in Indonesia.
Yeah.
So it seems like the janda is a what is it, an empowering term
Yeah. Some.
among the jandas themselves.
Yes.
The widowers take the word janda as an empowering term. Is that, am I capturing that right or not?
Yes, actually we sell satay janda.
Satay janda. Janda is widower. Widow.
Yeah.
Woman
A woman who lost her.
who lost or died or divorced or whatever. Right, so, and then like, Joanne might know this was what is that? Gadis itu menarik, apa gitulah.
Yeah.
There's something like that, right? So, something like
Yeah.
yang, but janda itu lebih menggoda, apa gitulah. Something like that, right? So, but the widower is much more seductive or something like that. So all this terminology. So this is, I'm just saying that there's something that can be captured from the local construct, the minds of the fishermen, the mind of the people who gone through this transition. You know, and that is phenomenology. That is the strength of phenomenology. The inner consciousness. The interpretation they give to the lived experience, right? And that would be a strong part. If we can put all those things together, already, there will be a very strong theoretical contribution.
Yes, yeah.
And I mean, maybe there are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 constructs that you can see that connect to this identity transformation, right?
Something like survival spirit.
Survival spirit or whatever, survival spirit
I
or
think these are the essence of the Nusantara.
essence of the Nusantara. The sea, maybe something about the sea as well, right? The symbolism of the sea.
Yeah. Nusantara spirit.
Yeah. I don't know because the people who have their own language, right? So, that I think that would be the and like you told me about the Bugis have this tiga hujung itu kan.
Yeah.
The Mindangs have their own, the Javanese have their own, local wisdom. That maybe those local wisdom can also be captured in the connect to this. But these are what Sundanese, Sundanese, right? Cirebon Sunda.
Sundanese. Between actually.
In between,
Between Sundanese and Japanese. So they say their language similar to Sundanese part, and similar to the Japanese part.
Okay.
Kind of the mix.
So like Bantanese. Bantanese is also between Sunda and Jawa, because they have the Bantanese language.
Some people say Sundanese and Bantanese and the Cirebonese actually brothers.
Oh,
They say their language almost similar.
almost similar. Okay. Alright.
Similar.
Right.
Not how to say, not proper Japanese language or not proper Sundanese.
Yes.
A bit, we call it lebih kasar.
Oh, okay. Which one is more refined language was Sundanese or Japanese?
So Bantanese say they are the original Sundanese.
Oh, okay. Huh? What?
Chip.
Something more basic than that.
Important comments,
The most basic human needs.
We're waiting for the important comments.
Usually comes from Joanne, right? Yeah. But which one? So Bantanese would say they have more refined
No, originally Sudanese language.
original.
They call it because they said
Tapi kadang Cirebon tuh agak ngapak nggak sih Pak?
ya ngapa? Karena itu
What's ngapa?
ngapa?
Tegal, yang logatnya kayak gitu.
Ya, ya,
Jadi Jawa itu ada yang logatnya seperti itu.
Iya.
Oh,
Agak berbeda kan?
ya beda.
so deep,
Modif.
kental gitu ya. Okay.
So for instance in Japanese, they said kulo. In Japan and in Sudanese they call it kuring, but actually the Sudanese, Cirebonese and Bandanese they call it ai. Very
Different word.
rough for Sudanese and Japanese.
Or rough. Oh, so it's rougher.
Yeah, according to them, but
According to them.
they are original.
They are original. So that's another interesting. What is it? Interesting take on the language and the symbolism, right? So, for example, there's the Eastern Javanese and Central Java, right? So this Eastern Javanese, is much more harsh language. That is the perception of Central Javanese to them.
Yes.
But the Eastern Javanese say our language is much more egalitarian. We are more straightforward, we are more truthful, whatever, right?
Yes.
But the Malang is also Eastern, right? So much more egalitarian, much more direct, much more straightforward. But the Central Javanese, they are not too polite. These people are not polite. Or not refined and not polite, right?
Correct.
They have that perception. Those are interesting contrasts of what is valued more, what is valued less, right? So like in China, you have the northerners and the southerners too, I suppose. Whatever the contrast is, the cultural contrast or whatever, right? I remember Lee Kuan Yew, right? He was saying, I think it was Lee Kuan Yew and Deng Xiaoping, actually, the conversation. And that's what I follow up from what you said yesterday, that Deng Xiaoping learned from Lee Kuan Yew. I don't know whether it's true or not, but Lee Kuan Yew said, look, we are from the south. The northern peoples northern Chinese are the learned Chinese. Right? The learned, the scholars come from the north. Right? We are the people who the workers work hard, and so a different perception. And I can see that when I went to Beijing, right, Peking University. So you see that a Chinese gentleman, right? You know, when in Chinese, when you memorize, you go like
All the time.
but you look at all professors in Peking University. I don't know, you notice that? Huh? You still have that, right?
Elderly people.
Elderly people is still, so you can see the two gentlemen Chinese speaking. It's different. It's like they're watching movie, the old Chinese movie, like two scholars or between the king and whoever. But you don't feel that way when you watch Hong Kong movies. They do that. Hong Kong movies. Kind of like, he stays in Hong Kong, that, right? So they don't feel the same kind of mannerism of respect, is that so? Do you feel that way, Kala? In Hong Kong, you feel the more rough, right?
Yeah.
Rough, yeah. Even in Malaysia, right? In Malaysia, the Cantonese speaking Chinese is in KL.
Yes.
Parts of Ipoh, right? Not all of parts of Ipoh. Up to Seremban, maybe. But in the north is the Hokkien, the Fujian. Over there, it's mostly Guangdong. So when I moved, I told this story before, right? When I moved, I went to Chinese school in KL, right? KL is Cantonese, right? So I moved to Alustar, Kedah. No, all the Chinese there are Fujian, Hokkien speak, not all, but speak Hokkien, right? So I do not understand Hokkien. I understand Cantonese, I can understand Mandarin, of course, right? So they were cursing me, because I'm a new kid there, right? They were cursing me, like there's one or two guys that were like bullying me, and I really cannot stand it. But before that, I came from Chinese school, right? We the boys, I don't know one of you guys in China, but we the boys in KL, the first 5-6 words are cursing words. There's a F U blah 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 blah. The Chinese, Cantonese Chinese. I will start with the cursing first. The first 6 words is curse. Right? So my good friend, Chinese friend, because all my friends are Chinese at the time. So he said, promise me, no more cursing, because the teacher blamed him for spoiling me. Because so don't stop cursing. So how do I stop cursing? But stop cursing. So I stopped cursing when I went to came to the north. But I was bullied by these guys, these Hokkien guys. So I cannot stand it anymore. So I cursed them back for 1, 2, 3 minutes in Cantonese. All the whole class went silent. They said, whoa, they were really impressed with my Cantonese cursing. They never heard Cantonese cursing before. To the Hokkien, Cantonese is a rough people. Cantonese language is rough, right? Because when we curse, we go like that, right? But the Hokkien's cursing, it's not like machine gun. The Hokkien cursing is like a knife putting into your heart. It's tajam, it's sharp, it's strong, it's sharp, it's smooth. You get poisoned by the cursing, right? So the perception between the Cantonese and the Hokkien, Cantonese and the Fujian is different. I don't know but you will not know that unless you live with them. Right? So this is when the nomenology becomes relevant. But after that, when my friends clap hands, I say, whoa, the whole class clap hands. You are good. So then they bring me to the next class. Go and curse your friend. Curse them in Cantonese. Because they never heard this 2-3 minutes I can curse in Cantonese.
2-3 minutes.
Very long,
Yeah. Cantonese people are very good at cursing, you know that. KL folks, KL. Right, yeah, KL, the urban kids, so we curse even more, of course. The north is much more refined. But I don't know, can you sense that? You guys come to Penang is Hokkien speaking, right?
Yes.
Fujian speaking. Do you feel the language is softer or harder?
Understand or understand?
No, not understand. The feel of Fujianhua, is it softer or harder? Softer.
Much more softer than the North language.
Much softer than
Language.
yeah.
Softer.
Oh, softer. Okay, because there's like a rhythm to the speaking, maybe. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Depends. I think it sometimes depends because I search for the Douyin apps. They imit the Fuzhou accent, which is capital of the province.
Yeah.
So the accent is very good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Hokkien also curse, but especially boys. That's how being boys, you got to be able to curse. Otherwise, you're be look at as too goody too good. Yeah. Anyways, but cursing is a way of establishing relationship. Yeah. When you can curse each other, even your bond is strong. You know, one of the boys.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, so probably that's I'm just capturing the part about the local wisdom, the language, right? Also, you find your data can be enriched further, probably.
Yes.
Just go and collect more data.
Okay.
If you think you can enrich further, or you want to make it thicker, and it's not enough, go and collect. And you can always think about the local wisdom, like whatever peribahasa they use, like the Javanese have the alun watang kelakon kind of thing, right? But then the Cirebon version of whatever, ask them, is this relevant? Is it not relevant? How would you describe it? Like then sometimes you got to use the probing method, and the sensitizing, right? The concept, use certain concept as sensitizing, right? So to see whether it connects with their experience or not, right? Okay, so that would be my input so far. But I haven't. I just skim and scan. Right? I hardly read through your. Okay, maybe you want to improve first. Pass it back to me, or okay. I didn't write a lot of comments because it was yesterday afternoon. Late afternoon. I went back. So. I can hold on to it up to you. If you want to pass it me, I can hold it. But,
It's okay, I can collect that, especially when you mentioned about 300 pages, so especially in finding, so I can add on something.
you can add on, yeah. Now, if you think other data sets, I remember who I advised this to. I advised it to Muhammad, the Iranian student, because his data set was enough. So he included document analysis. So the document analysis, because his work was doing interfaith dialogue, and there's not enough interviews, right? And he has gone back to Iran at that time. So now we've got to do something else to beat it up. So he was looking at document analysis. You can do document analysis. I'm not saying you cannot, but you got to do it systematically, or you got to use a type of sampling that would support your research, right?
Okay.
It could be social media or something like that. It's fine too.
Yeah.
You could, right? But if you only when you think it's not enough.
Yeah.
If it's not enough, then you could do document analysis. Document analysis is text. We use social media, I don't know about or the what is it I want to say usually when we say, but the challenge of doing document analysis because you have 5 different groups of people.
Yeah.
So it's how do you capture from these 5 group of people? So it's a bit difficult there. I was thinking.
I think in my understanding, some sources saying something, then we translate to the theory and also Nusantara concept framework. Then this is that kind of analysis.
Right. So if you don't have to use document analysis, don't put it in.
Yeah.
If you have enough, then it's fine then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have to put that.
Especially when I remember just now we discussed about why they go as the three cycles. They check after resigning from the teaching. It's kind of the survival spirit, which is actually the Nusantara spirit.
Yeah.
So something like that.
And by by disconnecting them from the sea, you're disconnecting them from a very strong identity too,
Yeah.
right? Because the sea is very important part of Nusantara identity.
Also, especially when they get accepted the changes without any against or fight on that. Something like this kind of the Nusantara.
Yes,
also-
yes,
also to accommodate the colonialism. We can do that.
Yes, yes,
Something like that. This is kind of Nusantara.
yes, yes,
That's why an app on that.
yeah.
Rural identity is something like this is also one of the Nusantara.
Yeah, yeah.
Relative.
Yeah, the other part is Indonesia and Balkan Gentong, where is it coming from, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Part also something like I can accept because Mpal is supposed to be fried meat, not the soup.
So,
Yeah, Mpal is something like fried.
the one I ate in Rembulan,
Yes, it's Mpal. Yes.
it is.
This is Mpal. They have Mpal Gentong, the perempuan, but actually Mpal meat, what is it, fried meat.
Fried meat.
Daging goreng.
Daging goreng.
Okay.
Not
But I ate that, they were gravy, right?
yeah, gravy.
So it should not have gravy.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Mpal supposed to be dry.
Okay, alright. So,
That's why also the
so
kind of
maybe where is it coming from? So I don't know where is it originated from. Is it?
it's only the how to say the word, but actually the meaning is the meaning supposed to be dried meat, but now they mix it soup.
Yeah.
So this kind of the Nusantara accommodate any changes in
Yes, 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 yes.
culture. So they just do this kind of Nusantara.
Yeah. Okay, okay. All right. If there's nothing, anyone have any input question for Pak Rudi? If not, we move to Jonathan.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, ready?
Okay. Thank you everybody for the support and everything.
Welcome. So, you have your stuff given to Hanif yet, or
Yeah, I did.
you gonna control it, or how?
I have to.
Alright, let's go.
Take a little break.
Huh?
Take a little break.
Yeah, I think I was making.
冷吗？
哇，吸了口，哇！我没想到这个风，本来我以为是这样吹，这个好像我觉得没有，
更冷。
This mosaic species is there, but that is
yeah, sure, I give you back.
okay.
Yeah, I borrowed them for to watch the whole thesis. Yeah,
That's the.
I give them back last semester, I think.
Oh, yeah, okay. That is reproductive, not. Yeah. Yeah. You can talk to me anything. You can just talk to me. You don't have to WhatsApp me. Your form has been processed. I've signed it before. I've already signed it, and then Mr. Zoe brought it to the director, so it has been processed. Yeah.
Okay.
You can also follow up with him, or you don't have to WhatsApp. I'm here.
Congratulations in your power.
Yeah, you can. Or it's good also to check with Mr. Zoe, like
Okay.
Okay, well, you can check.
So I email to so
But I'm telling you now, it's been already, I've signed it a while ago, right?
Okay.
And then he passed it to the director is signing it to, yeah.
okay.
But it's fantastic. But then you can email us in, it's no problem at all, so yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fine now, so. Yeah, I think it was last week or something like that I processed it last week, right? Not recently, and yeah. Probably now it's in the IPS or whatever format. Okay, where we have now Jonathan, right? Yes, yeah, I got it. But I remember you are doing on elderly celebrity, but the Douyin part I don't recall. I remember elderly celebrity. All right,
I changed the TikTok to the Douyin. So
Oh, okay.
so TikTok is also the foreign apps on the overseas.
Overseas.
Not the made in China. So
Made in China.
yeah, made in China is Douyin.
Oh, no, it's
maybe
not.
Douyin is appropriate.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So in Chinese it's not called TikTok, it's called
No.
Douyin.
No, it's only the
Only abroad.
Only abroad.
Only
okay.
abroad.
Very good.
Only abroad.
In China it's
So I think
uh,
Douyin is appropriate for this.
yeah, sure, okay. Okay, Kipro doesn't appear on, right?
现在没有提，我刚主要是动一会儿，我看
Kalau yang ni kena PC
Bisa
is
seperti
the
ini.
laptop is
Huh?
very good battery.
Don't bring my phone.
What do you need?
Forgot to bring my phone.
That's like the next more important thing to the soul is the phone.
It's not for me.
Good for you, Hanif. Good for you, Hanif.
You want a drink, bro?
Huh?
Pak,
Ya,
sama.
siapa yang juga?
Hah?
Saya pakai GSM nggak bisa.
Ini battery.
Did that work? The charge?
Let me try.
Yeah, okay, plug in. Good. Like the phone is the next soul to a human being.
Especially in China.
Huh?
Especially in China.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because payment all that by phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even the ID, everything.
ID too.
So,
Oh, wait.
they
But-
scan bar.
Scan phone or scan your scan your hand or phone?
No, but ID, so ID that you can go to train and everything.
Just a phone.
Ticket, everything.
Just a phone, right?
The ID.
ID.
I see.
I see. Okay. Yeah, right.
Student email, password.
To the email, yeah.
Yeah, student email, and then password.
Okay, we are ready. Jonathan.
Okay, good morning, Professor and
Security check for
today I will report actually the chapter 4 of my thesis, which is the result and analysis chapter. The thesis title is long time no see. It's identity construction among followers of elderly Douyin celebrities in China's short video industry. So in today's presentation, I will explain the analytical logic of chapter 4, how the research objectives were connected to the interview design, how the 30 interviews and the 15 video stimuli were analyzed, and how the findings developed from perception to identity construction, and then to platform-based identity performance. So let's turn to review. The RO and RQ depends the proposal defense from the recommendation from professor and another 2 examiners. I change a little bit to maybe more simple to 3 RO and RQ. So these three is the 3 objectives and their corresponding research questions. They provide the organizing framework for chapter 4 and create a clear progress from perception to identity construction and finally to identity performance. So next slide, thanks. The central focus of this study is how followers of elderly Douyin celebrities construct identity through perception, interpretation, and platform engagement. This focus is divided into 3 research objectives. So RO1 examines how followers perceive and interpret the image, personality, and the content style of elderly Douyin celebrities. This includes aging representation, authenticity, platform aesthetics, and symbolic appeal. RO2 investigates how elderly Douyin celebrity content contributes to followers' identity construction, especially in relation to self-expression, future self, cultural values, intergenerational meaning, occupational identity, and emotional pressure. RO3 analyzes how followers express and perform identity through platform-based engagement, including liking, commenting, sharing, saving, public and private engagement, silent viewing, community feeling, and traffic pool awareness, which is the internet traffic pool. It's IT, as I'm seeing words. So next slide. This part explains the database and analytical design of chapter 4. The study used a qualitative design, which I finally choose an interpretive approach based on the semi-structured interviews and the visual stimuli. The data consist of 30 coded participants from P1 to P30, 15 selected Douyin video stimuli, 5 content categories, and 12 main themes organized under the 3 research objectives. So this study is not the statistical survey. Therefore, the focus is not numerical representative, but qualitative depth, information power, and richness of interpretation. So next slide. This part of I choose 15 females and 15 males, which is the balanced gender distribution. And the age range was from 20 to 35. So the sample mainly captured young adult and elderly working adult interpretations of elderly Douyin celebrity content. So the occupational spread is really broad. For example, media participants were more likely to focus on cultural communication and video quality. Healthcare participants focus more on active aging and care ethics. Business and MCN participants focus more on traffic logic and commercial value. Fashion related participants focus more on aesthetic taste. This occupational spread help revel emotional, cultural, professional, commercial, and algorithmic interpretations. So next slide. This slide explains how 15 Douyin video stimuli were grouped into 5 content categories. First is lifestyle, performance, skill transmission, body narrative, contrast humor, and fashion reconstruction. Lifestyle performance refers to daily routines, food, family scenes, and ordinary life. It is linked with family belonging, nostalgia, and everyday familiarity. Skill transmission refers to knowledge, traditional skills, science, art, and practical expertise. It is linked with learning identity and cultural inheritance. Body narrative refers to health, illness recovery, movement, bodily strength, and vulnerability. It is linked with embodied identity and future self imagination. So the last two-part contrast humor refers to role reversal, youth slang, unexpected behavior, and humorous intergenerational conflict. It is linked with intergenerational negotiation and playfulness. Fashion reconstruction refers to styling, clothing, makeup, and visual transmission. These five categories function as analytical bridges between the videos, interview answers, themes, and identity meanings. Next slide. This part of is called the interview structure and the evidence chain, which I separate the five parts, five sections, to interview the participants and to find which guys support in the evidence chain. So section A collective screening and background information, such as whether participants follow elderly Douyin celebrities, who they follow, how often they watch the videos, and what types of content they usually watch. So this is section A. Section B was with RO1 and focused on the perception. It asked about image, personality, attraction, content style, aging representation, and authenticity. Section C was aligned with RO2 and focused on identity construction. Section D was aligned with RO3 and focused on identity expression through platform engagement, and including liking, commenting, sharing, saving, forwarding, and community feeding. And the last section, E, was closing question about why elderly Douyin celebrities are becoming popular in China's short video industry. So that is the five sections. I will ask them to find my evidence chain. So this is the finding map. The thematic analysis generated 12 main themes under the three research objectives. For RO1, the four themes were positive reconstruction of aging, personality, and symbolic appeal, platform aesthetics and media presentation, and authenticity within performance and commercial packaging. For RO2, there is another five. RO3 is another three part of that, part of these. So the strongest finding is the connective process. Perception becomes identity construction, and identity construction becomes platform-based identity performance. So that is the strongest finding. So let's turn to the RO1. So the key findings. The key finding for RO1 is that followers perceive old age through four connected layers. The first layer is reconstructed aging image. Participants interpreted elderly Douyin celebrities as active, capable, skilled, humorous, and fashionable. The second layer was symbolic personality. Elderly creators were understood as warm grandparents, wise scholars, playful elders, disciplined buddies, and stylish seniors. The third layer was platform aesthetics. Followers noticed rhythm, camera work, editing, music, subtitles, lighting, costume, and visual polish. So the fourth layer was negotiate authenticity. Commercial packaging was accept when a believable core remained visible. So such as emotion, skill, body evidence, and family affection or life history. That part I will explain more. So on the next part. So therefore, the old age was not read as decline only. It becomes a flexible image of vitality, wisdom, humor, discipline, and style. So the theme 1, which is my first theme. Theme 1 shows that participants challenge weak and passive aging stereotypes. Elderly Douyin celebrities were not mainly read as dependent, fragile, and socially invisible. Instead, old age appeared as vitality, knowledge, humor, resilience, taste, and dignity across different content categories. For example, my participant number 1 described Grandma Mei Yin as an energetic young girl, which her age is 91 for now. 91 for now. I do the research for the 90, which is last year. So which position a 90-year-old creator outside the frame of friety. Yeah. Participant 14 described Grandpa Joe as breaking the vulnerable stereotype that elderly people can only passively receive care. So participant number 8 described Grandpa Dodo as a hidden master scholar and craftsman. He described the bridge all over the China. He described the bridge, teach the history of the bridge, and construction of the bridge, which connected old age with knowledge, authority, and cultural weight. This finding is important because it gives chapter 4 a strong answer to aging representation. It's not only about entertainment, it shows how followers use positive elderly image to rethink what old age can mean in short video culture. So, next slide, the theme 2. So, theme 2 is shown that followers gave elderly creators recognizable social meaning. They did not simply see an older body on screen. They interpreted each creator as a symbolic figure with a particular function. For example, the practical grandmother with budgeting, care, and the family stability. The wise expert represents knowledge, authority, and cultural depth. The playful elder represents humor, tolerance, and family interaction. The disciplined body represents health, resilience, and self-management. The stylish senior represents taste, confidence, and public visibility. So, next slide, the theme 3. Theme 3 shows that old age was mediated through short video form. Participants did not only comment on elderly person, they also noticed video rhythm, narrative structure, camera angle, first-person filming, and close-ups, sound, music, subtitles, BGM beat, lighting, costume transition, and visual texture.
What's BGM?
Background music.
Background music? Sorry, BGM, background music. They use different background music to show them they are fashionable, they are interact with young people, and any BGM can use that. So different forms produce different meanings. Documentary realism makes lifestyle videos appear warm and familiar. Restrained editing makes skilled transmission videos appear credible. Immersive body shots make body narrative videos appear energetic and embodied. Effective quality make all appear elegant and visible. Comic pacing made intergenerational conflict appear playful and sharp. So, next slide. Thanks. The theme 4 is one of the most important analytical findings under R01. Participants did not define authenticity as a complete absence of scripts, editing, MCN operation, or product placement. Instead, authenticity was negotiated. So that's why I told it's the important. Followers could accept scripts, editing, professional team operation, and commercial packaging when a believable core remained visible. This core could be emotional reaction, cumulative skill, body evidence, family affection, or life history. For example, person number 27 state that the audience shows it is active, but they also buy into the sincerity. The P number 2 also argue that Grandma May's communication with vendors and serious attitude toward money could not be completely act out. So she's 90 years old. Therefore, commercial production did not automatically destroy credibility. Credibility depends on whether the platform can still allow a believable out-life core to remain visible. So, next slide. So this is the R01, the 5 themes, the 4 themes, and the R1 answer is therefore comparative. Followers did not perceive elderly Douyin celebrity through one fixed image. Perception changed according to content category and platform presentation. So this is a synthesis across 5 content categories. Turn to the next slide. Okay, the R02. So that is R1 perception, and R02 is identity construction. So the key finding for R02 is that identity construction occurred through reflection, not direct imitation. Followers did not simply copy elderly celebrities. They selected meanings from elderly Douyin videos and connected them with their personal life, work position, family role, emotional needs, cultural values, and future expectations. Active, healthy, elegant, skilled, and independent elderly images help followers imagine possible later lives, their possible later lives. Family-based content, active memories of grandparents, parents, care, filial responsibility, and elder autonomy. Occupational background work as an interpretive filter, including media, healthcare, business, fashion, IT, and MCN logic. So next slide. Theme 5. Theme 5 shows that elderly Douyin content gave followers visible models of later life. For many participants, old age become active rather than empty. Skill and health become signs of continued usefulness. Fashion and taste reduce appearance anxiety. Financial planning and care responsibility also enter future thinking. For example, the PO1, so the character is smaller, sorry. The PO1 said the video completely curbed aging anxiety. Number 9, as an IT worker, state that as long as core competency remains, a person will not become useless. Number 18 said, aging seems to become something worth looking forward to. These responses show that elderly Douyin celebrities become mirrors for possible future selves. So let's turn to the next slide, theme 6. Scene 6 shows that elderly videos activated family identity and care ethics. Lifestyle videos triggered memories of grandparents, parents, markets, food, reunion meals, and hometown life. Humorous family content softened intergenerational tension and made family conflict easier to discuss. P number 4 said that every time she watched Grandma Tian's videos, she wanted to call home immediately. And P number 5 said the humorous content provide a reference approach for resolving intergenerational conflicts. Number 14 reflect condescending care could deprive older adults of their fun and autonomy. The analytical contribution is that filial identity was modernized. Care was interpreted as contact, support, autonomy, planning, and communication, not only evidence and protection. Douyin is not a family messaging platform, but public short video content still activated private family memory and intergenerational feedback. So let's turn to the theme 7. Theme 7 shows that participants interpreted the same content through different work and study positions. Participant background act as an identity filter. Media and journalism participants focus on cultural communication and meaningful content. Healthcare and social work focus on active aging and care ethics. Business and sales participants focus on health discipline, commercial value, and client topics. Fashion and beauty focus on the aesthetic taste and the future elegance. IT and operations participants focus on the algorithmic control, information quality, and utility. MCN and marketing participants focus on the traffic logic, packaging, conversion, and platform strategy. So the theme, next slide, theme 8. This theme expands identity construction from the personal level to the social level. Followers connected elderly celebrity visibility with wider Chinese social change. The first narrative was active aging, where old age was read as participation and visibility. The second was cultural inheritance, where age become accumulated knowledge and memory. The third was digital inclusion, where older adults enter public platform culture. The fourth was aesthetic diversity, where beauty and style were not limited to youth-centered images. The fifth was the silver economy, linking health, retirement, consumption, and monetization. So at the same time, the participants also showed platform critique. They noticed traffic, MCN operation, and commodified emotion. Therefore, the theme shows that elderly Douyin celebrity content is not only a personal emotional resource, it is also part of a broader cultural narrative, platform economy, and social imagination. So the next theme shows that elderly Douyin content worked as emotional anchoring for followers. Participants connected elderly content with academic anxiety, workplace stress, urban loneliness, information overload, health anxiety, appearance anxiety, and aging anxiety. The emotional resources include ordinary family scenes, calm knowledge sharing, humorous release, and a slower rhythm of life. For example, P number 7 described elderly creators as anchors. P number 2 described them as a stable emotional anchor for young people working hard in cities. P number 4 described them as a shared spiritual safe harbor. So, however, this finding should be interpreted carefully. The comfort was genuine for many followers, but it remained mediated by platform traffic and the commercial production. Douyin-based comfort is not the same as real family support or real social support. So next slide. Our tool, this is our tool synthesis by content category. So the R2 answered that identity construction was diverse. Followers connected video categories with existing values, occupational positions, family concerns, and designed future selves. Therefore, so elderly Douyin celebrity content did not create one single follower identity. It provides several symbolic roots for identity construction. So next slide is the last finding. Yeah. The key finding for R3 is that engagement was not only a technical action, it was identity performance. Platform identity performance exists across visible action, private curation, and deliberate restraint. So next slide. The theme 10. Theme 10 is liking, commenting, sharing, and saving. This explains that each platform action carried a different identity meaning. Liking expressed support, approval, respect, and algorithm training. Commenting allowed followers to display public emotion, humor, knowledge, care, or judgment. Sharing worked as a selective form of social representation because followers could send content to family members, friends, colleagues, clients, or professional groups. Saving created private archives for learning, reference, health planning, emotional recovery, and style inspiration. For example, number 13 said that when a video was profound, she wrote serious reflections in the comments. This shows commenting as public intellectual self-presentation. P number 6 said she bookmarked well-packaged videos as part of her work asset library. This shows saving professional curation. So next slide. The theme 11. Public, private, and silent engagement. Theme 11 shows that identity performance depended on visibility control. Public engagement made warmth, knowledge, humor, taste, or professional values visible to others. Private engagement, such as saving and screenshots, supported learning, reflection, work use, emotional recovery, and future planning without entering public discussion. Silent engagement was also meaningful. Viewing without clicking could express privacy, efficiency, detachment, or algorithmic control. Some participants intentionally avoid comments because they did not want to perform identity publicly. Others use likes only to manage their recommendation feed. So this theme is important because it challenges the simple idea that only active public engagement matters. Silence was not interpreted as absence. It could be a controlled form of identity protection. So the scene 12, which is the last scene. Next slide. Thanks. So the last thing shows that the same common space produce opposite meanings. Some followers read common sections as communities based on shared family memories, knowledge discussion, health, support, aesthetic recognition, empathy, and warmth. Other followers read the same spaces as traffic rules, algorithmic groupings, audience segments, commercial conversion spaces, data samples or MCN, and marketing logic. For example, number 4 said, seeing others discuss missing their grandparents made her feel that anyone's longing for love was the same. This reflects community greed. In contrast, P number 9 said that this is called a traffic pool, not a community. This reflects algorithmic and commercial awareness. So, next part. So this is the synthesis across 5 content categories from R3. The R3 answer is that the followers perform identity through choices about action, audience, visibility, and silence. The same platform action could mean different meanings depending on content type and selected audience. So last, next slide, a cross-thematic model. This part is the cross-semantic model, and the model shows that identity construction operates as a circular process rather than a simple linear process. Linear, sorry. The process begins with content exposure through the 5 video categories. Followers then form perceived elderly images, such as active, wise, playful, stylish, disciplined, or familiar. These perceived images become self-relevant when followers connect them with values, family memory, work identity, emotional needs, or future self-imagination. The selected meanings are then performed through platform actions such as like, comment, share, save, or silence. The final stage is the feedback loop. Engagement affects future recommendations. Community exposure, traffic logic, and future viewing patterns. Therefore, identity was not directly copied from elderly celebrities. It was produced through repeated movement between media content, personal interpretation, and platform action. So next slide. So this is 5 content categories and identity sources. Lifestyle performance use ordinary life to support family belonging and practical responsibility. Skill translation use knowledge and craft to support learning, identity, and cultural independence. Body narrative use health and movement to support embodied self-management and the future self-imagination. Contrast humor use role reversal and jokes to support intergenerational negotiation and playful resistance. Fashion reconstruction use styling and visual transformation to support aesthetic self-expression and modern aging. So next slide. Yeah, just 2 of them. Typology of follower identity positions. This part of summarize the typology of follower identity positions. 8 recurring positions appeared across the video data. Emotional comfort follower, family responsibility follower, learning and cultural follower, embodied self-management follower, aesthetic self-expression, playful resistance, professional commercial, and detached algorithmic. These positions are not fixed personality labels. One participant could move across positions depending on content aspect, viewing situation, and platform action. For example, a participant may act as a family responsibility follower when watching lifestyle content, but as a professional commercial follower when analyzing MC and packaging. So the typology strength, the originality of chapter 4, it shows audience I forgot that, sorry. Heterogeneity.
Which heterogeneity?
Heterogeneity. Connects participant background with identity meaning and moves the chapter beyond the simple list of themes. So the last part is the key tensions in follower identity construction. So this part of slide presents the key tensions. The findings were negotiated rather than simply positive. The 5 main tensions were authenticity versus commercial packaging, active aging versus marketalized aging, family care versus elder autonomy, online belonging versus traffic pool perception, and public identity expression versus private identity protection. So to conclude chapter 4, the findings show that follower identity is selective, negotiated, and platform shaped. Elderly Douyin celebrities provide symbolic resources, but followers actively interpret those resources through their own emotions, family rules, occupations, cultural values, visibility preferences, and awareness of platform algorithms. So that's my whole report of the chapter 4 is my research finding. So no need for the chapter 5. Chapter 5 is still fixing. Yeah, wait for the.
All right, wonderful. Okay. That's heavy duty. Where do we start then? Can I see your research questions again, just to be
Research question.
just to center.
Maybe slide number 3. Sorry.
I'm slightly heavier. Okay. We do realize that your presentation is like more than 30 minutes, right? Jonathan. Yeah, right. So you got to streamline your presentation for the.
Make it clear, but
Okay, that's good.
don't make it too long.
Yeah, at this point, it's good that you presented the whole thing. Okay, all right. So, the notes I made is about not changing it, but just to rephrase it from the how question to the what question. So,
what question? Okay.
So,
What
how
do
do followers perceive and interpret? What are the perceptions and interpretations? Blah 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 blah. Okay. Yeah.
I think just make it simple. What identity construction, blah blah blah. Don't change.
You mean the question is about that and or objectives?
How this one, and this one, and this one. This is all same with identity construction.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah. So. Yeah, the joint has a point there, so. Yeah, so this one you're breaking it up further down,
Further down, okay.
alright, so what joint is suggesting is something simpler, right, so where is it? So instead of how it becomes what? Instead of how it becomes what? You know, what is the perception?
How becomes what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I changed that already.
And the only thing is the word perception interpretation one might supersede the other, which means if you use interpretation, you don't have to use the word perception. Everyone? Yeah. If you use the word interpretation, you don't have to use the word perception, because interpretation will be deeper than perception.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So,
right,
the first
so-
one changed to interpretation.
Yeah, so what are the interpretations of blah 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 blah, okay? So the second one will be what? Identity.
Construction.
Yeah, what? 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 Investigate how elderly reduce influence
So you asked
followers.
what elderly? Is that, okay.
Let me see, I think, because influence follower identity through individual. You want to phrase it in a way that is safe for you to answer. So you want to ask about what? You want to ask about but you also establish some kind of connection, right, Jonathan?
Yeah, I would find the connection with the
Right, now question number two, you said question number two.
how what elderly domain celebrities influence follower identity in relation to
So,
these
yeah,
these
yeah.
patterns.
So what you have here is to investigate how elderly Douyin. So how about something, I guess, well, you got to double check your findings. What is the connection? You say that
Oh, what is
between the Douyin celebrity videos
what is the connection?
with the identity construction of the followers.
Okay.
You show the connection, right? Did you?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Yeah,
find that connection.
because you're showing the different, yours is so rich, your data is so rich. I just want to make sure that your research question correspond to your data. So basically, you're looking at the different aspects of the Douyin celebrity videos and the different aspects of the identity construction.
Yeah, because they
Right.
provide the symbolic roots of identity construction. So they choose another plenty of type, so self-expression and other things.
Yeah.
So this is because they have 5 categories, and each participants to watch the 5 categories of videos, they have different feelings. Different feelings and different aspects.
Aspects of
Aspects.
identity construction. then.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have to find that. So I choose to self-expression,
Yeah,
cultural values.
those things there, yeah.
Yeah, those things to the
So okay, let me also be clear about what when you chose those things, you identify those things, or was it, let me ask you, is this inductive or deductive? Basically.
Inductive.
Inductive, right?
Inductive, not deductive.
Not deductive, right? Okay.
I use interpretive approach.
All right, okay, good. So, so go the other path, which is good, instead of identifying all those 5 in terms of, right? Those in terms of that emerge from the data, right? You did not identify those things, right? This one?
Yeah, identified in terms, you mean, there's 2 specific?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. All this, they came about from the data, right? Not
Yeah, came out from the data. Yeah,
not
from the data from the interviews.
primitive.
Yeah.
No, you did not identify those things first, right?
Yeah.
You let the data come up with this.
Yeah, come up with this thing.
Right, so, yeah, you just can omit all those things, because it's inductive, so you can just say in what ways and how, not how, just because how is,
What way?
in what ways do elderly towing celebrity videos connect, or what is the connection between another one?
Oh, what
The
is
connection
it?
between towing celebrity videos and the followers' identity construction.
Nothing good.
Yeah, it's the same as that.
So without that terms, I just only use the question about what is the connection ways to do elderly doing celebrity videos.
Yeah, what is the connection?
So yeah, without the terms of.
Without those, because these things came about from your findings, right?
Oh yeah.
It did not come from your research. Your research initially did not know all these things yet, right?
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
so you do not want to put it in there. It looks like it's a deductive research, so it's more inductive. So, like Joanne was saying, it's just taking the term out there. What is the connection between that and that, right? And I removed the word the influence because that shows directionality, right? Although in a way it's direction, it's a linear direction, but remove that word, right? Okay. So it's the same thing with this one, yeah, Jonathan.
Yeah.
So what is the connection between let me see what express and perform and then
What do the followers expression?
so it's that's how I express. And so here you're connecting with this and that, right? You're connecting this thing.
Yeah.
Performance.
Define their aspects or thinkings, and so they do the performance on the Douyin
This is
Douyin
the
app.
doing part, right?
Yeah, doing part.
Doing
It's the doing part. It's a performance part.
Yeah.
Perform.
Identity performance, yeah, right. Okay, yeah, so analyze how polar express and perform performance enhancement, okay, yeah. Yeah, just stop there, I think, yeah,
Okay.
because all these things all came about later on, right? Or do you identify, you did identify this?
Yeah, this is the act. So act is not sometimes. Yeah, also comes up with research. Also comes up from their activation
Yes,
from
yes.
their interviews.
Yeah,
They told me they will comment and
Yeah,
they will
yes,
screenshot, not to share on the public.
yes.
Screenshot to their family members and
To the public, so that's
Yeah.
the personal protection we're
Yeah.
talking about, right?
Okay.
So then
Oh,
I have to include this then, yeah. So it's just until this part then be enough.
What ways or what is the connection or what ways?
Yeah, to analyze how, so if you phrase it from the question point of view, how to express, in what ways, yeah, in what ways it's fine.
In what ways?
Or what are the expressions or performance, or in what ways do followers express and perform identity?
Yeah, just stop at the perform identity, yeah. Yeah, what ways do followers express
Yeah,
or perform,
identity, right.
perform identity, yeah.
Perform their identity. Their identity, and then all this we do not do that. Right, so, basically, it came from the data, not from the research question. All right, so, you also, since it's also inductive, but you're using purposive sampling, right?
Yeah.
Right, using purposive sampling. So, and then there's so you need to be clear about your the sampling criteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be clear about that and give justification for your purpose, the sampling criteria.
Something,
Right? Yeah. Why do you choose who you choose? Your sampling criteria are mainly
my sampling is 5.
sex from gender, what else?
Gender, occupational variation, and also income. Income
Yeah, so
Range.
representing a range, okay.
income rate.
So you need to you need to justify why you choose that range of income and who's represented in that range of income. Is income important, or you just want to put the occupation?
From the occupation,
From the
not
occupation.
not too
So you
not too important as the occupation. Just maybe the it's from the age, I think. Age 20 to 35 is early working people, and also have the college students. So they watch the elderly celebrities, so they can find their later life.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
So
maybe they can find their later life.
so if you put in, you have like four criteria, four selection criteria there, right? Gender, age, occupation, and income.
Yeah.
Right. Therefore, you need to identify why you choose those participants. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So the
Yeah.
participant will be 15 male, right? Out of those 15, what is the age? One is 20 years old, the other one is 25 years old, the other one, are you representing the age range in this 15? Or you're not, or you gotta justify that.
Okay. I show that on the
Yeah,
thesis side, but
if they ask, and then you got to show that, you got to show that.
yeah, I show them on the thesis.
Yeah, something like that, yeah, okay,
I
so,
will show the table
Yeah.
on my research request.
and then you gotta justify why you have, people from that particular group and not the other particular group, right? The tough part is the occupational variation. That is the tough part, because occupation can range, politician.
But the reason-
We just
yeah,
not include that, right?
Yeah, the reason why I choose the occupation spread is a different occupation finds different angles from the aspects.
Yeah.
So that's why I said the theme the R3 they will sometimes from MC and R2 sorry from MCN participants, they will focus on the video quality.
Yes.
And the students maybe just focus on the emotional and focus on the how to negotiating with the.
I got a part. The question that they might come up with is, why not this other group? Why not pilots? Why not pilots, politicians?
Okay.
Military. Why not? So you wanted to justify, right?
And how to select?
What's that?
And how to select?
Yeah. How do you get hold of these people? Yeah.
Oh, how do you get
How do you how do you this businessman, how do you capture the businessman?
I will contact with them and to ask about them, which elderly celebrities you follow, and when there's the target person, I will do the interview.
Okay, you need to do that kind of explanation, right?
Okay.
And that explanation, for purposes sampling, sometimes the justification is not the strongest, but you will want to have, so the more sampling criteria, the more challenging it becomes. But, it's not wrong, you just have to justify.
Yeah.
Your answer is not how you choose these people and why you choose these people.
Yeah.
Right? And I think the tough part is the income, Jonathan. How do you find out about the income? You ask them.
Yeah.
Okay, right. People there the income, yeah.
Yeah, tell them.
Alright.
But it's, I told them it's secret. I told them it's secret. Yeah,
Okay.
secret, and then
Alright.
because it's in Hangzhou, so sometimes the average salary is a little bit high, I think, but it's also average.
Okay.
Yeah, but I asked them.
Alright, you ask, okay.
Do I need to,
You can put a footnote if you do not want to explain too much, but then the purpose of sampling, you want to explain how you choose the sample,
okay.
right?
So if I don't need to don't want, but
you do want to explain, and not that you don't want to. You do want to explain.
Okay.
But if there's something that is too insignificant but it's still part of the process, so that way you can put note it and but it's still there, right? Okay, still there. Sometimes they want to have it very detailed. Some examiner even say, I read your thesis, I want to be able to replicate your research. Some even say something like that. Okay. How do you replicate completely? That's a different thing. But they want to know, they want to see a methodology chapter that can be replicated, not duplicated, replicated.
so if the income range is not much possible, much important, so I can.
And this is where we don't tell the total truth, right? You just drop it from telling, you just say this one. So, but if you think income is important and you factor that in your analysis.
Yeah, sometimes I interview them, just want to make the slide, the occupational, the demographic information is more specific and more.
Yeah, so the sampling criteria, there's a reason why you choose those criteria, right? If there is no reason, you don't, then just,
Okay.
what color shoes they wear, that's not relevant, right? So you just choose, but you got to justify why you choose this, you choose that, you choose that, yeah? And then you got to say, how do you choose them?
That's an important part. So
Yeah.
I have to explain the participants why.
So if income is not something you think is important, then you drop it, even though you have asked a question. And then, see, the tough part is this, when you put in the criteria and you cannot find the balancing side to that criteria. So you say example, you say occupational variation, right? A range. So you need to show there's a range. right?
Content range.
So income range, there needs to be a range, right?
Oh,
You didn't say middle income, right? Middle income is specific group. We talk about range. So once you have this group, you need to have the other group too. So how big is the range?
so big.
Right? There's billionaires in China too. Right?
So maybe
So you got to justify. So this is where sometimes some examiners want to pick on this. I know within a reasonable range, right? But some say, well, we put income range there. Why you choose this range?
maybe
But-
I will simplify them.
So you say, okay, I choose this range because they represent ordinary China, or
They all follow the
more
1 billion per capita.
one doing, or you got to come up with or this is the more or less 1 or 2 standard deviation from the mean. The mean or the median or income is this.
Okay.
This range, you're not including the billionaires in China, or some villages from Yanling's research, right? That there's eating second-hand chicken. Right? You're not including. You're including only this group of people more than 1 or 2 standard deviation from the median range. You make that argument basically, right? So the second hand, what is it called? Second hand. So chicken. It's like more leftover chicken. That's what it is. Leftover chicken. Second hand meaning is used before it's used the second time. Second hand.
Second.
Yeah, it's like a second-hand car, right? A second-hand phone, yeah. Which I think, Indonesia wants to have what is it? A register of phone now. I know that, Joanne. You know that somebody proposed that. One of the very smart DPR members want to register the phone.
Limited
The phone, not the SIM card, the phone. Stupid, I think. Anyway, so that people don't use the phone for whatever purpose. But people don't cheat using the phone, people cheat using the SIM card, right?
The important is protect our data, protect our info.
They don't have work to do, kurang kerjaan gitu. People don't enough work to do, they come out new work. Anyways, that's the point about the sampling, yeah? Because the sampling is part of methodology. Methodology usually will be asked, usually.
Justify justify the sample.
Yeah, and the range and all that. Yeah. Okay, then the term. Those terms that you use, those are some of them are your own terms, right, Jonathan?
Yeah.
You go to like the contrast humor. Yeah, Hanif has to memorize all the people. But yeah, you're right. You memorize that. Okay, like the word contrast humor. Those are your terms, right?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. So, you come up with those terms like contrast humor, lifestyle performance, fashion construction. You will need to be able to explain or defend those terms, right? It's not a big deal, but you need to. Why is it called contrast humor? Why is it not called something else?
Oh,
But I see your point because you're talking about role reversal, youth. They are old. You're using youth slang, right? Unexpected behavior, but why use the contrast? Contrasting with what?
I need to give a video sample.
You could, if you want to, more about the concept you use there, the contrast, the word contrast. So for all the terms, basically, right? Like lifestyle, be able to defend your term. But these are things that, remember going back to what I went through yesterday with the there are things that if they ask you to change, just change, there's no problem. But if she's come up with the word contrast, you need to think about why use the contrast. Instead of some alternative humor, atypical humor, right, whatever other humor you can think about. Creative humor, yeah, go ahead.
Before I go to the result, previously you focus on 15 video?
Right, Jonathan.
You focus on 15 video?
15 video.
15 video of 15 celebrities. Because there is different. Because in your funding, I listed of grandma something, grandpa something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if only focus on 15 videos,
This is
Which is-
15, right?
which is, what do you mean about 15 videos? They only focus on this 15 video, not other videos. Or you focus on 15 figure celebrity.
Oh, it's 15 figures.
Ah.
15
So
figures.
yeah, you said
And the category of their name, their names is different types.
Because
You have videos there.
you have
Oh.
videos.
Sorry.
Yeah, very good and very detailed.
15 celebrity, I think.
Celebrities, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, is that that's what you said, yeah, right?
Yeah, let's change that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there's I mean the video, not the video. I mean the video categories. There.
And you can go back to the previous slide. There, that one.
Yeah.
15 videos.
Not the simple video, and I mean I will change the name of video content. I think video content.
Video content.
Yeah, video creators framework. Yeah, the categories of their.
So the question that Joanne was asking, are you referring? Is this coming from 15?
Not the simple 15 videos. Yeah, not the simple. Yeah, just 15 celebrities.
Celebrity,
Yeah.
celebrities,
Yeah.
right? Sure. Not 15 videos.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Right? You, okay. Celebrities, how many celebrities you're choosing there? I think.
Sorry.
Celebrities, how many celebrities you choose?
15?
15, right?
Yeah,
So 15, right?
Yeah, 15.
Alright, okay, that's right then.
Change that.
Okay, the video, contrast. Some, since you have a very rich, data here, Jonathan, so what happens is the challenge is to not confuse the people who look at your slide.
Maybe I would make it simple, simplify it.
I've got, because I was going through it, but I'm not saying it's bad that you have all this, it's good, actually you want to have a lot of data and a lot of teams. You have like 9 teams or 10 teams or something like that.
12.
Right? 12 teams. Now, so as we go in, sometimes we are like immersed and submerged, we are like drowned by individual slide, and we do not know where the big picture is, right? And yet what you have is actually these 12 themes, right? So is it possible to give the forest and the tree together?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So example, you put the 12 themes on the right here, then this one goes there, and then this one there. You know what I mean? Okay, but
I mean,
the 12 themes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And you go to theme number 1. And if you go to theme number 1,
that is thing. No, that is.
like this one.
Hanif, could you please go about?
Okay.
Yeah, that is the theme map.
5 themes, okay, okay. These 12 themes, right? And then you go to the next theme, right? Then you start team number one.
Yeah, specific one, yeah.
So you still have the 12 teams here somewhere,
Okay.
but we can make it small enough, right? And you point out, this is team number one and then team number two.
Using bubble maps.
Or something like that, so that you can see the big picture and the small picture.
Okay.
The forest and the tree, right?
Okay. Forest and tree.
The forest and tree, then the picture. The bubble map, what's bubble map? Or some kind of app, some kind of.
No, if you're using NPV or Atlas, we have
The big picture map and then you can highlight, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there are all the different apps. But I've seen one type of,
or the is okay.
one type that make actually give me like splitting headache, you know, like. Have you seen that kind of thing?
That's the Chinese style.
Huh?
We do presentation in the slides like this. They have some
Animation, yeah.
Animation.
With the animation.
Animation.
Go crazy, go crazy,
Yes.
splitting headache at the end, is that?
The animation makes you confused.
No, you just made it simple, simple.
Oh, okay.
Not me, other people like. You've seen this type, I've seen that type of, they go like this, and go like that.
must be a Chinese.
It's a Chinese.
It's common in China.
Oh, is it?
We often do this.
Commercial things.
Yeah.
Companies and commercial
Yeah.
commercial report.
So they're trying to impress with that. Okay, go. Splitting headache, where you don't know what watching that. Suddenly becomes really small.
Okay, I will do that.
But
Not the animation, it's just a tree and.
something like that, yeah. You can even make a tree, whatever, but just show the forest and the tree, the big picture and the small picture, the overview and the thing.
Yeah, I also feel a little bit confused when I was practicing my prayer before. Yeah, because it's so long.
It's long.
The themes is
So
12.
it becomes sequential, right?
Yeah.
Sequential. So the mind sequence works when it's, the number 7. Within 3 to 7 we can still remember, but beyond 7, people can forget. That's why all phone numbers are limited to 7 numbers. All phone numbers. Remember, probably right? The all phone numbers. But Indonesia you cannot have 7 because you are like 1 point how many. China don't talk lah, how many billion people there. Malaysia can still maintain a small number because not many people in Malaysia, right? So 7 was the logic was that people can remember 7. The above average is 9 for people, but 12 is like genius only can do that. All right, I want to go to something even more substantive here, and that is this. The theory. The theory. Where's the theory?
Not yet, because chapter 5 not yet finished.
Yeah, but
Oh, literature review.
yeah. Are you coming to the theory? Yeah, you're right. Chapter 5 is not finished yet.
Yeah.
You're going to come up with theory, right? At the end, right? Somewhere. Not necessarily here, but somewhere you're going to come up with theory.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, you need to have. By now, you should have some thoughts in mind about theorizing already. So let's think about the possible theorizing that. Imagine you have some thoughts,
That is not theory, it's
Okay.
cross-mapping model, it's not theory.
It looks like it's something very profound at the end there. Hanif, can you go to the end, the contest, the negotiation thing, the tension. Sorry. Another one. There, okay, go. The key tensions, right? The key tensions all right. Here you want to start to think about connecting to the bigger literature. Who can you connect with? What theory can you connect with?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I like this one because this is you're talking about a negotiated identity. Or you're also talking about identity transformation, right? Pak Rudi was talking about city, you're talking about individual right now.
Individual.
It's somewhat different now. Yeah, so maybe you can connect about online identity transformation, online or the theories about that,
I think not transformation, construction.
construction,
Yeah, construction. I mean,
yeah, construction. Yeah, transformation usually is from one to another, is going to show one to another. So start playing with that idea a bit, and at this point, you have this, right, Jonathan?
Yeah.
You want to think about something that is, or some things that are tying all this together, so that it becomes more concise, right?
You have grand theory.
So, yeah, identity construction, online identity construction is there. There's theories about online identity construction, right? So, but yours is something more specific. You're talking about the age, the aging, not aging, the elderly, all right, elderly, and then this group of people that are watching, or younger group, right, between up to 30, 35 years old, something like that, now, right? Am I right?
30?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The youth, the group of people, the age.
You mean why I choose that?
No. The
What
group. It's simple question. Be present, listen to me.
At 24, I think the last time. Your range
The
group
range, yeah.
age.
20 to 35?
Okay, all right, okay. So this is specific to this group of people. So identity construction of this group of people. Give them a label. What are these people? Who are these people? They're not teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else? China will call what? Youth? Do you consider youth or not?
Youth.
Still youth.
Yeah.
Up to 35, it's still youth.
After 35 also can use youth.
This one up to 35, right?
Up to
Up to 35.
yeah.
So later age youth is not 18 years old, they are also youth, right? 18 years old. So it is from 25, 20
to 35.
35, okay. So you got to, so you're theorizing is about that group of people now.
With economy,
Right,
with age.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right, you got that group of people, right? Yeah, so it's about identity construction of this Hanzhou youth,
Yeah, I'm with youth.
right? Okay, but you're capping the youth between this group, this age. So think about the theories that can connect to them. Right? Okay, be about youth identity construction, online identity construction, whatever, right? Hanzhou identity construction.
Yeah.
So you can cut in many different ways and you think about how you are contributing or connecting to these different theories.
Yes.
Right? Now, yeah,
Yeah, maybe only on TikTok. Yeah.
Because last time I asked, there are 15 celebrities. It's also part of your sampling, it means. So why you choose this 15 also?
yeah, very interesting. Yeah.
Because there is elderly celebrities.
Yeah, why and then?
Why only 15? Why only this 15?
Okay. Or
There are a lot.
they separate for 5 categories, and the 5 categories are representative.
So how you choose that? Why you choose that?
Skill, all that.
Yeah, they also have the skills and have the knowledge and have humor.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah. That's
So what
showed on.
So yeah, Joanne is also asking that in your sampling just now, you also want to explain how you're choosing them as well. Not just what they are, but how you choose them.
Based on maybe followers numbers.
You did mention that.
The followers numbers and the typical of them, their videos showing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really typical and really to represent their categories.
So you do that. So that's under something as well, because you have two types of something, right? The audience, the followers, and the celebrities, right? Okay, let's coming back to the theorizing, right? So this is something because you're talking about negotiating, negotiated identity, right?
Yeah.
You have the 6. So I'm looking at how you are looking at this 6, a key tension. So and the way you are framing this one, Jonathan, you're framing as tension.
Framing?
You're framing the identity construction as tensions. Key tensions, there.
Oh yeah.
It's your own words, Jonathan. My words, your words. Yeah, you frame it as tension, right?
Yeah, framing is
You're framing it as tension, so
framing is
it's actually a good thing. That's not a bad thing. So so that is another dimension of theorizing that you can bring in. Tension as being the core or the golden thread that defines the identity construction. That there's a tension between these two. That's right, right?
Yeah.
Just that, right? So you will make the argument that identity construction, online identity construction, is framed, is based on tension. I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm not saying that you should not do that. You're saying that.
Yeah, I think that.
You're saying that, right?
Because authenticity is commercial packaging.
Yeah.
Active packaging. Market.
Right? Okay, good. So in a way, it's a conflict theory, right?
Conflict theory?
Yeah,
It's a conflict theory.
conflict theory.
Conflict theory.
Identity
Yeah.
digital conflict theory.
Yeah, you have something like that. So
Wow.
I would like you to explore that kind of theorizing. It's a conflict theory in identity construction, right? But if you don't come up with this is the end of your analysis, right? So if there is no one talking about the conflict theory or the tension in identity construction, you will say, well, there is now.
There is now. Okay.
You say point now, that will be theoretical contribution.
Right. I know.
But you must show that there's tension.
Okay.
Right?
Explore
You must show that there's tension between
put more on that.
authenticity and commercial packaging, right?
Yeah.
So when we watch something, this elderly performing some dance or something, we are having these two opposing thoughts. Is this authentic, or is commercialized or commodified, or is it packaging?
Yeah.
Is it scripted or is this real?
Yeah. So that's why sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
That's why I interviewed the participant. So they think they think it's acceptable if they do the commercial packaging.
Yeah.
And when they act some dramas on the video, but they think that is real.
Yeah.
If they act real. So they think it's reliable.
So that's I'm saying that's a good thing.
Some sort of conflict, I think.
There's a conflict. So they do not the idea, so you look at existing theory that talks about followers being consumers.
Yeah, followers.
But followers are not just consuming it, they're negotiating it, they're challenging it in their
Yeah, they're
mental.
challenging it.
Right.
And they're rethinking it.
They're rethinking it, yeah, but and there's tension between two opposing thoughts in 6 different dimensions, alright.
Yeah. Five.
Five different dimensions.
Yeah.
Somehow so 6 is not.
Sorry, it's really confusing.
So that's the theorizing that you want to arrive at. You see what, and then you connect to existing theory about identity construction that doesn't talk about this tension. You are talking about this tension.
Okay.
Alright, you see what I mean? This is a contribution to identity construction, online identity construction.
So I need to emphasize.
You want to
this.
emphasize
Yeah,
and then connect to the theory out there
based on the interview.
based on the
Context.
I'm talking about existing theory, right?
Yeah.
That has not talked the way you have talked about it. And that is contribution because you're advancing knowledge, you are saying that people do not say it this way, but you are saying it this way. You found something new there.
Wow, okay.
You see what I mean?
I know that.
Yeah. So, and that will be a contribution, right? So you see that there, so there's 6 tensions in their mind when they watch something like this. And it's 5 tensions, not 6. I was in 6. I was in 6 then.
Oh, I don't know.
5 little more. Yeah. Family care, other, yeah. And the other thing, Jonathan, last but not least,
Okay.
not sure last year. I might have some double check the phrases. This is where you can use AI to double check grammatically whether it's correct. So your family care, elder autonomy. I think it's elderly autonomy.
Elderly.
Right? Because elderly is the adjective for autonomy. So elder, just do a grammar check, basically, a grammar check, okay? Public identity expression, private identity protection, yeah. That's good. That's a good contrast. I can imagine I experienced that too, whether I want to comment on something or not.
Okay.
Sometimes I do comment, but I comment funny things. Let me comment.
Last one, I want to ask us some questions. Okay. To check the grammar and
okay. All right. The normal thing, the font size, make sure it is readable, especially the bottom one, because the bottom one is something important, right? Usually you have something important at the bottom, right? Make it larger.
Make it large.
Because by the time you reach to the screen, it becomes very small there, right? So make it bigger so that people can see. Font, or test the fonts. Remember when you are presenting, and if it's not there, you got to control the cursor. Hanif can do that, but you control the cursor. The one thing I have questions in my mind is, Hanif, can you go to the occupation thing, occupation? Maybe occupation, when they answer based on the occupation. Where is it, Jonathan?
Occupation is about all of the RO1. No, not for this one. Occupation. You mean the theme or
maybe the theme, yeah, where they answer based on the occupation.
Okay. Just hold on a second. I will check. Okay, it's maybe a theme 6 or theme 7. Anxiety, future, memory, occupational identity. Yeah. Theme 7. Yeah, theme 7. Occupational. This one.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying that their occupation, they interpret through the occupational lenses. Is that what you're saying? From here,
Yes. Let me double check that. Sorry.
right? Participants interpret the same content through different work and study positions, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Basically saying that. All right. Then, I mean, is this, so somebody might look at it and say, well, is it possible, do you have findings that show otherwise? You know, that they might interpret, you know, not based on their work or occupational lenses, their occupation. I'm saying that, so sometimes they might not be in media and journalism, but then they see it as a cultural communication still.
Yeah, they also
Possible, right?
They also possible.
All right. So what are you saying here?
Yeah.
You never say,
They maybe they
are the majority of them saying this or?
the first thing.
Huh?
I think it is first thing.
What's it?
Based on their occupational spread.
Okay.
Yeah, the first thinking to see this one because if I'm working for the communication or anyone else, when I watch this one,
Yes.
maybe the first thinking of this video or this
First impression.
yeah, first impression
First
is for the
First
maybe
interpretation.
the lights and
Okay.
the screen but not screenshot.
The technical part of the
Yeah,
visual,
technical part
yeah, the
of
visual.
Maybe students did not aware about this one.
Okay.
Students maybe just
Students
focus on the emotion
Yeah,
and
the fun
focus
part.
on the interesting
The interesting
concepts
part.
like humor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you think it's not appropriate, so I can delete that. That's the question I want to ask before.
Okay. I'm just wondering whether there are people from other occupations might not see through the lenses of their work, through the lenses of their study, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I suspect they do, right? There's some might, you know, might see outside from the lenses of their occupation, right? So if that is so, this is a finding you have from the data, from interview, right?
Yeah.
So people from that field, from that occupation, have the tendency to answer that way. You're saying that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I need to show the interview details on that.
No, I'm just asking you. So if I were to bring it to the next logical step, the next logical conclusion, people use their occupational lenses to interpret the video. Is that a logical contribution, a logical conclusion?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so, so I use, from this slide, from this finding you have,
Yes.
you want to say that there's a tendency that they do this, or what? Why are you saying that? There's a tendency, there's
I think is
there's a connection, there's what, you know what I mean?
no connection. I think it's just just like I said before, this first expression.
Well, okay,
Yeah, and they separate to different meanings or different aspects to different videos. Or one video. One video they watch out the one video and they separate the different thinking. Based on their different occupation. Maybe I change to the first expression or also the tension.
is a finding, but then you think through it, how you want to present this idea.
Okay.
Because apparently there is an influence on their occupational position or their work on how they perceive or interpret things, right? That said, there might be also cases where other people who is of different occupation might also interpret the same thing, right?
Oh, okay, all
Right,
right.
see the point there, yeah,
Yeah.
so, how do you resolve that issue, right, Jonathan?
Okay,
Okay.
how do we resolve that issue? Okay.
That the issue, how do you resolve? So, this slide highlights the point that people see things through their occupational lenses, right? But how about those who do not?
Do that job and to become a same.
What is it? What are we saying there? Yeah. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I know that.
yeah. Okay. So think through it and then address the issue just in case that comes to mind. Because a person might not be looking through occupational lenses in watching video, video. I mean, if I suppose maybe I'm a different category because I see somebody or older person talking about health, elderly celebrity, right? Talking about health. Okay. I would not see from a sociological point of view, I say, okay, do I have this health problem or not? I relate to myself, right? Do I have this problem? Okay, do I need to do squats so that my knees are stronger? Or do I need to do hand grip because there's an indicator of longevity? So I don't look at it from a sociological or social scientific lens anymore. Is it? Even though I'm a lecturer, right? So I will look at it from a health point of view, for instance.
So do I need to combine them all?
You will need to think about that one, but if this is your finding, you are saying that occupational lens plays a role in interpretation, right? Yeah. So to what extent you want to deal with this matter?
Maybe I think it's choose to the first expression. First expression.
All right.
First mind.
First interpretation.
Yeah, interpretation.
Okay.
They
All
will
right.
focus on that.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So, and that's quite. They are quite. What is it? Occupation specific, right? Like business and sales will look at commercial value and client topics, right?
Yeah.
Very specific there, right? So, you want to process this a bit and be able to discuss it or discuss it. You know what I'm saying, right? Okay.
Yeah.
There's some thoughts that need to go with this slide there. Okay. The other thing, the last one. Okay, but the other thing, when you can use bullet points. Like there's some slide, and then when you have like 4 or 5 lines, right? Go down. This one. Academic anxiety, work stress, right? Those are different points.
Yeah, those are different points.
Just put bullet points there.
Bullet points. Okay. Okay.
So we know there's different points there. Or we put the number there.
Make it clear. Okay.
Put a number there or put a bullet points is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So otherwise, I think it's a paragraph. Academic anxiety, workplace stress, but it looks like a paragraph to me. Especially that one over there, interpretive caution. That looks like a paragraph to me. So put a bullet point and I know it's a point. Right? When it comes to interpretation, right, Jonathan? Okay. It seems like a lot of interpretation seems to be somewhat positive more than negative. Am I right?
Positive.
Mostly, right?
Yeah, mostly positive.
So, so I have that in mind a bit. Towards the end, the negative, there was some critical thing at the end, right? But is that something to?
Yeah, the limitation is about it's only on the one app. It's not a shop, little web book. And,
But then again, you can make the argument, right? These are followers, right? They see, because they're followers, they might be more positive.
Alright,
or because they are positive, they therefore become followers, whichever.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a tendency that it's just,
most of the participants, they also want to watch the elderly celebrity contents to imagine their future life, their future elderly life,
Yeah.
not to maybe not to the too negative. I think it's positive.
positive. Yeah. And most of the interpretations I see, it's mostly positive, right?
Yeah, they told me you just want to see how they life in the future, and they want to imitate. Not imitate. I think it's just, imagine
to
and,
see, curious.
yeah, to follow their steps. I think
Okay.
yeah. Maybe fashion or lifestyles.
So, if there's a question, is there something negative coming out to it? You need to address that question too.
Okay. Show that.
And you want to be able to address that curiosity from the examiner if they ask. That said, you still have the point that you talk about towards the end about the 5 tensions there. So even though it's not negative, there is alternative interpretation. Am I right? Because you're thinking that one is authentic, the other one is packaged, right? The packaged is much more negative, so to say.
I need to show that.
You might want to
Clarify.
clarify or be able to talk about that part.
Maybe on the end of the research finding.
Yeah,
Talk about
we'll talk about it.
after the tensions, the key tension.
The key tension,
Yeah.
So, you have this key tension. The data about the tension needs to be up there as well, okay, in the teams, right? So that to show that there are some tensions in the interpretation,
Okay.
right? It's from the interpretation that there's tension there, right?
Yeah.
So you might want to include some of the contradictory or the tension data into the slides, right? Okay, you have questions just now, Jonathan. Coming to one number.
Do I need?
Pak Rudy, you have a call you want to make, right?
Postpone already.
Postpone, okay. So I just want to remind you, just in case you forget.
Postpone.
Okay. You have a question you want to ask us now?
Do I need to simplify the 12 themes?
What you can do, okay, now we talk about the presentation, right, for the research progress. I mean, I think you're ready for research progress. Good job. Yes, you do need to simplify. The answer is yes, because you make more than 30-minute presentation, which is good because it's easy to understand the whole picture, right? Because you have 12 there, and those are only themes, and then you have other things besides the 12 too. Maybe what you can do is from this 12 you want to highlight 5.
Oh, okay.
Something like that, right?
Okay. Highlight 5.
And remember, you want to, your presentation is to be within 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? So you want to make sure that so from the 12, but you can say this, I have 12, I'm going to highlight 3 or 4, right? If you like, I can explain more after, I have the other slides after this.
Okay.
You can say that, right? But I just want to highlight this part,
Combine to the participants the occupational spread and explain that, and then combine to the maybe I would say the tension, the theoretical framework. The new the why is come up to the new theory, and then to talk about to interpret the positive or negative.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a frame.
That's good. Yeah. You can say that you have written chapter 5 yet, so you have the early analysis, right? Remember, you're doing a research progress. You do not need to explain too much from the beginning.
Yeah,
You do need to have research objective,
so that's why I showed the RO.
You want to
Just show the RO
You want
and give.
You want show and explain, not just show and explain, right?
I explain.
Yeah. But you do not need to have too many of that, just, one page of that, some problem statement, and then methodology, and go straight to your findings.
Okay.
Right, so, if they want to have more, you can say have extra slides, but you can talk about it even more if you want to. You can say that because you have a lot of themes, right? To discuss it. All right, we are done.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. So now you can
Take you some more.
Huh? You can get the form from Mr. Zoel saying that you want to make the research progress presentation. Right? If we can arrange soon, will be good. While you're here, it'll be the best. Yeah.
It will come true this month.
What's that?
It will be arranged this month or.
If you feel upon, so they will make the arrangement for you. Right?
I mean, it will arrange this month or.
You apply so that if they can arrange something soon. Then,
Okay.
right? So it depends on the evaluator. So just like Kailai's case, two examiners haven't submitted yet. This is report yet, but he has done. But yeah, we have sent a reminder, but we do not want to make it too often, right? Then you don't want to make the examiners too disturbed, because if it's within the time frame, they are allowed to do that. But yes, we have.
I have more time already for it.
Yeah, we have sent a reminder to them this week itself. So yeah, you cannot do it like twice a week. That's bad. That's not bad. That's not good. And the other thing that we don't do is some people ask me to do sometimes that you ask for favors from examiners. You know what I'm talking about? Please help my student like that. There's like no. There's like a taboo, pantang over here, taboo. What's taboo in Chinese? Taboo.
Taboo.
T-A-B-O-O.
T-A-B-O-O.
What?
Oh, 禁忌 forbidden
忌讳
forbidden topic forbidden
Culturally not acceptable.
not yet
You cannot do it.
Culturally or
not to
professionally.
mention
So you don't say, please help my student. That's bad. That's like corruption, basically. Like corruption. So it's like unethical. They will consider that as unethical. Yeah. They can even report, by the way, if you do something like that.
Oh, here?
Yes.
Okay.
what's
But the way Joanne, you asked me that because one of my Indonesian students asked me a long time ago, can you tell them to be more lenient on me? Oh, I said, no, I cannot do this. I don't do this. I cannot. It'd be unethical and then they can report on you there. That's not, it's not good. Yeah. All right, everyone.